You don't know what you're doing. I don't need to hear this out of you, Emmys. I don't need to hear this for even a second. Okay. Week 1, week 2, the doubles were Genji, I see twice. Who else? Come on, help me Rain Man this. Help me out here. Is it just Genji? I don't care about Genji's doubles. I can't rely on Genji. I'm not taking a Genji player. It's just Genji quick. There's no double in North America. And Genji have to play VP. So, like, in week 2, there's actually no doubles to be had. Does that mean that I can't double max at all? There's no doubles in NA? NA just has 2 games. What the absolute? Why does NA have this weird schedule? Is it always like this? Is it 2-3, 2-3? That's how it always works. But it's just 2-2 in NA. Bizarre. Okay, so I can't pre-position in week 1 for my doubles, which means that this lineup here, double maxing in week 1 and then investing for the future is 100% the play, right? Because if I can't pre-position anyone to get me doubles in the future, what's the best shout is to just get a solid core 5 and keep them for a while. So I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm just going to go with this roster. And CJ, if you let me down, I'll hate you forever. Thanks, Chrissy. I think that's the way to go about it. Just blame CJ if it goes wrong. Nothing new. Because, yeah, between CJ and Lep, like, I'm sure CJ can get the stats. It looks like there are doubles in NA alternating weeks. Look further down. Yeah, but I'm not going to pre-position for week 3, you know? Like, I can trade in week 2 to get ready for week 3. Can I not? I guess I would want to, like, double that, right? Maybe that's wrong. Who are the doubles in week 3? Week 1, week 2, week 3. Look at the doubles. VP has 1 game. Alcad can't have a double. Genji can't have a double. DK doesn't have a double. Nightmare can't have a double. Liquid doesn't have a double. Who has a double right now? Who are we seeing twice? Sakura has a double. Sakura players aren't going to get me anything, are they? I'm not pre-positioning with a Sakura player. I'm not pre-positioning with a Dildux or a Sakura player. I'm pulling the trigger on this roster. We're done. Thanks for playing, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. And then we can just paperclip trade CJ away for Vega down the line. Make some money in week 1, and by week 2, we can have gotten rid of Scissors, we can get rid of CJ, have these guys that are just like rock solid core. And I remember by week 3, wait, is it even possible for me to have gotten rid of all these guys by week 3? Because I was saying after week 1, I can make trades for week 2. After week 2, I can make trades for week 3. In week 3, I can, yeah. So I need to have offloaded all 4 of these players by week 3. All 4 of these players need to have been deleted by week 3. So Rhino is actually just like the secret sauce keeper. And Rhino is a keeper for a long time because I'm not scared of any of the matchups that they have coming after the first week. So Rhino is my gamble. Scissors is my investment. CJ is just happy to be there, to be honest. Kellex is an unfortunate victim of circumstance where I'm putting a 26-year-old man on my roster in the hopes that he can play Wu Yang. And Checkmate is just cheaper stats. And the reason that Lenny isn't on the roster is because I can't have 3 SSG players, so I'm going to go for Checkmate because he's going to win both his games. Bro, lock-in, just hit send. I already hit send. Rhino, Checkers, Scissors, CJ, Kellex. All right. In the queues, I will review. Game is about to start. Looking into this. Commander X. Voice.
As well.
Hello.
Morning.
Morning. Did our knockup not work again? I changed browser. I think that's what's breaking it because I had like a screen that said welcome to the collaboration with Commander X, but I don't see anything on my dashboard about us being knocked up. So
it says I'm in the room by myself right now. Let me try again.
Yeah, like I hate this knock feature. It always just doesn't work.
I feel like it used to be fine. It used to just be a knock and open situation.
Yeah, it's because I changed browsers and like it was always a little bit buggy, to be honest. Like when I would knock you, it wouldn't work. But now
I think that's due to my browser.
Well now we're double browser cooked, or have you knocked me right now? Like am I
I'm trying to keep saying something went wrong. Please try again.
Okay, well,
let me try again.
Let me click on your stream and see if there's a join
again.
button. Because sometimes when I click on your stream, I get like a join button. Ask to join the stream anytime. I think I've requested it.
Pop out. Can you get in?
Get started. I'll let it use my microphone and such. Failed to load stream together. Please refresh your browser to retry. Nice.
Wait, hold on. Wait, let's see if I can leave and join this session. Wait.
Commander X cancelled the request to join. Hello, Bunnykins. I saw the page.
Am I in?
I don't know. I don't think so. Oh yeah, maybe we are. I see a plus one. I see a plus one. Maybe it works.
Yeah, I think it was. Maybe it was getting a bit confused because it was like we both had our own room and it was trying to merge the rooms.
We are in it. Okay.
I can see us in the room. Can anyone? Yeah. Oh yeah. I've got a little pop up now saying
wonderful.
Hunter wants to collaborate.
I just spent like a full hour umming and ahhing about fantasy.
I've done. I'm just going to delay this problem until later.
Mate,
is my thinking on
the games are today. Like the games are literally today. Everyone's saying
later today, not like in a month.
Give me a clean feed, mate.
Oh, this guy.
Okay.
I nearly gave you the dirty link.
Oh, that dirty Craig link. No way. You wouldn't.
You see the Chris picture I sent you?
Yeah, who made that?
Thank you, Covey Guy, for the 50 months prime.
Thanks for the link.
Our Team China. We are live on Weibo and Bilibili. So if you are currently listening to me right now, you can't understand what I'm saying because I'm speaking in English. Go over to Weibo and Bilibili, and you'll be able to hear all of this information in Chinese.
Lovely. All right. Brave, clean feed. And we're on. Perfect.
Whoa. Straight in. Bit of numbers. 12, 11, 10, 9.
Just works, man. Just
8,
works.
7.
It's the beauty of this system. It just always works. Every single time.
Much like the Twitch knock feature, just works right out the gate.
Okay. What do we have here? We have a couple of fixtures today that are going to leave very much to be desired, is my understanding. Like, we're just going to be fish out of water, essentially. Begging, pleading for a good game. How many fights do you think Mir Gaming are going to win in this series?
I reckon they'll win 3 in this map.
3 fights in a map? That is outrageous. I'm going to go with 1 fight this map.
I'm a believer.
And it's like a hollow win where they get 18% of the cap. All right, Mir Gaming, Zarya Reaper. We're seeing the winds of change blowing in OWCS Korea towards the back end of this week. Lots more Reaper being picked. We thought that double flex was the truth, but I'm seeing more and more Reaper coming out, and this is really starting to look like it might have some legs.
Well, maybe not for Mir Gaming, unfortunately. Legs taken out from underneath them, and they are pushed all the way back. Ruler's desperately trying to survive. I think he will be good for it as well with that double pocket. Saw Kane going down early, Sunjun just with a bit of an off angle, and really Mir Gaming, this is the problem they're going to face. On this Zarya version of the comp, you can see Sunjun and Lee Soo-min playing these off angles. It's really difficult for Mir Gaming to control as much of the map as this ball comp.
Yeah, I mean, already with the choke being controlled by Aid, he can just hold it down, keep spamming bubbles. See the Guardian wave coming out on the choke from Marker as well, but Aid's actually, without a shift, going to go down to Kane. TP on for Kane now, and it looks like he's going to catch another 2 for Kane. Oh no, that's a fight win.
1 of 3, I called it.
Heavens.
And yeah, pretty easy with that. Just a trade in the front line between the Reapers. Obviously, Kane is going to get more support in the form of those bubbles, so they can win those frontline trades. The goal for Wei has to be to hit the backline. A little bit like that, where Lee Soo-min and just gets the angle on Univer, hits the dink, and before you know it, a hollow fight win. 18% maybe?
Yeah. Oh, it looks like, no, they're stalling still, so it's going to be a bit over 18%. Close enough. You can see Marker just standing at the spawn door. That's 22%. So already, my predictions have fallen out the window for Mir Gaming. 22% is so much better than 18 that we can't even consider this a hollow victory. Again, another failure for the spin doctor of Korea. Disastrous.
Grav coming back now for Mir Gaming. They've also got Kitsune Rush to help them get in. They just need to have eyes in the sky because Milgaru is lurking on a rooftop. He's going to hit the slam on the rotation, bubble onto that one, so Ruder will have plenty of charge as they choose to go the inside route. This is the most treacherous bit of a cross, but it feels like they've made that one successfully as well, and now they can start forcing point.
Point force is up. You can see the Zarya taking so much damage, but Aid is dead again. The pre-fighted Reaper. TP into the backline from Kane as well, and he's going to run amok. TP behind for Lee Soo-min. He's trying to flip the map here. Pulse Bomb comes out from Sonjin, connects with nothing. But it is Mir Gaming taking a second fight, Zabby.
Well, they've only got one more fight in him as well, so they have to hope this is a long one. Still denying the flip a little bit here is Sunjin and Milgaru, making it difficult for him. TP back on from Aid as well. He has the Blossom. He's going for the Mini right now, just trying to buy a bit of time. Mir Gaming don't really want to use any more ults here. It's a 1-for-1 trade as Aid goes down again, and they can stabilize. Grav's still in Ruler's hands.
Grav for Ruler could be massive. You can already see Way really struggling with young Aid. It feels like he doesn't have those chops on Reaper in the same way that he does on Hitscan or even Tracer, getting caught out so much. TP's into the window now, and that might just cause him to lose his turn early on. Instantly marked out by Mir Gaming. They're stepping forward. You can see so many members of Way are up on the point, but Ruler is threatening this Grav.
Threatening the grab, he's forced for Wraith out now as well. He goes for the grab, he's pulled him back in. Can they convert the kill? They can. Kane on top of that one. They've lost Univer in the back line, but Ruler's still trying to walk forward. Bit of damage. They're turning onto this ball. MCD's going to try and kite forward away from that ball. They push in as well. Tidal Blast out from Maka. Doesn't find all that much, but they're still on point. Ruler's managed to stabilize for now. Kane has his Blossom, but the Minefield's going to separate him a lot here. Wraith comes out. MCD has a Tidal Blast himself to live. Suzu to keep Kane alive as well. They're stabilizing for now, Mir Gaming, but Azent has been forced out and caught. Bev Blossom, TP in, shut down as well. Both DPS and now Mir Gaming, they just have to stall it out on point.
Mir Gaming already, they're forced to back up. Pulse Bomb comes out from Sonjin. He's looking for more. Slam out as well from Milgaru. But really, it's looking dicey for Mir. They've already lost the cap. It's 92%. And, I mean, they're not investing their ultimates here. Univer, do you know what time it is, mate?
He clearly doesn't. No watch, no hope, but he's got a kill, and now he's invested it. Might just do it all himself. He's booped away from the touch, but Kane gets it for him. Kitsune Rush looking for a little bit more. Tracer battle on the side. Azent and Sunjin stalemate that one out. Azent's been forced all the way back. Holds on to his recall, actually. Dodges that. Wasting a lot of Milgaru's time, and they're trying to force the point now. Milgaru's going to get on one more time. Ruler's back on with Diva. They're trying to make an aggressive move now onto the backline. Pressure comes through. Ruler goes flying in. Pulse Bomb out wide on it. Sunjin shuts that one down. Aid's able to come in. Drops for Blossom a lot more successfully. Well, not really. Most of it gets Matrix. Drops for Blossom at least without dying. And Wei will be able to tidy up this first round.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, this could be a Chris Theory situation where Mir Gaming, they have a strong start, then they get 100 0'd. But, I don't know, Wei, they looked a bit rocky. I'm very unconvinced by the Reaper performances coming out from Aid. I feel like he got picked an awful lot. His Blossoms...
4 or 5 deaths in that map.
Yeah, and... not only is he getting picked constantly, like his ult decisions look really, really ropey as well. So not a very convincing showing early on from Aid, but fortunately he does have Neil Glizzy and Sonjin to just clean house every single fight. Lee Soo-min coming in from the flank, getting these picks constantly as well. I mean, but between all of these factors, it does feel like Wei are having to fight for it, but they do just have a little bit of a roster quality difference.
Going to move on to Control Center now, which in theory, this is the best stage for Mir Gaming's version of a comp. They can take over White Room, they should be able to stabilize there, and it's going to make Milgaru's life and his ability to get impact, in theory, a lot more difficult.
Yeah, I mean, already you can see Aid is playing inside the server room. TP's on. He takes so much damage, but Ruler also has to backstep. MCD's very low. The whole backline of Mir Gaming is taking a beating, and the ball Tracer died, even on Control Center. It's so hard to deal with. You can see Sonjin and Maka, or rather, Sonjin and Milgaru, just doing all the work from behind.
Yeah, Mir Gaming trying to fight on all fronts, not able to take care of, well, any of the threats, ultimately. They'll get bled out, and it will be first cap. Lee Soo-min will close that one out. Aid holding close up a choke here. He's going to let Ruler walk through. Now the slam comes through. Bubble has been forced out and Aid will TP back. Chance to poke in a little bit now. Force Aid further back. He doesn't have... still has Wraith, actually. We'll be able to regroup onto this high ground. No ults just to speak of yet, so they're just going to try and walk up. But you can see how keen Wei are just to put out early pressure. Force these bubbles before Ruler can get to point.
Oh, I mean, Ruler, if he steps up now, he's got no charge. He really needs a couple of energy bubbles to get things going. You can see the engagement for Wei. It's not hard. It's really soft. Milgaru just rolling through, booping players around. Aid's already had his shift forced, though, so now he's going to be chased out. TP's out as well. Guys on the run, but Maka now caught on the coast. Incredibly low. Kane catches that first kill.
Now, an opening trade. Universe going to get taken down as well. Kane has no Wraith. Should be easy pickings for Aiden Sungeon. Trying, but runs into a Zent, actually. So there is a trade here. Tidal Blast comes out on MCD to save himself. Now, trying to pocket through and deal with this Reaper. Bubble comes through as well. Aid drops the Death Blossom, ties immediately, of course. And naturally, an opening now for Mir Gaming. They're getting their feet onto point. They're forcing them back. Lisa Min wants to keep fighting with this Kitsune Rush. Universe doesn't quite have his yet. He has it now if they want to mirror it. Mine's at the choke, though. Sungeon with a Tidal Blast as well, looking for the backline. Can't seem to connect onto anything, though. So this Kitsune Rush is doing a lot for Mir Gaming.
Yeah, I mean, already you can see Mir Gaming, they've got the rush, but they haven't got the flip, and Universe gone down, MCD too. Even with a good Kitsune Rush, both supports appear to have just evaporated. So Mir Gaming, I mean, they haven't even got the cap yet on this map. They're closing on the last fight. They've got a grab, they've got a blossom. These are some of the most powerful ultimates that are in their kit. But if they dump these, what are they going to do in the next turn? Azent is being chased around towards the Mega as well. He might have to be the man to get the touch.
Rest of Mir Gaming walking through main to try and open up a bit of space for Azent to get that touch, but they are once again, just getting harassed by Milgari on the way through. Wave going to be forced out already. Azent dies early, actually. Ruler needs this grab, and he needs value quickly. Suzu's going to be forced out. Grav is out onto Lee Soo Min, but he's just going to sit in it. No problem, no follow-up. Kane drops the Blossom, gets 1 for it, gets 2 for it, but it's not enough. They're not even on point. It's 2-0 for Wave. Was that... How many fights did they win? Was it 3?
Might have been 3. It might be that you just... Yeah. I dialed in on this, unfortunately. Is it time for our first words on stream of the day?
Already?
Hooning. Mute up that clean feed. I feel like that soundbite ad might have just like demonetized my YouTube stream. That's insane. No way, man. Classic Chris theory. Chris is always right. Everybody knows. Aid thinks the Blossom grants immortality. Aid is just lost in the sauce, man.
He's tried it twice and it's not worked. Yeah. So hopefully the results of his experiments are starting to catch up with him. Talk me through your fantasy back and forth then. What's got you doubting yourself? What has got you rethinking?
Well, I'll pull the fantasy up after
words on.
Yeah, after this round of words, I'll pull up the fantasy and talk about it for a bit. All right, first round was at Stomp. So here I've got my fantasy team for the week. The big things that I suppose I was like umming and ahhing about were like, I think Wu Yang players are like really, really high value right now because Wu Yang is like high healing and high damage and fairly hard to kill. So I thought like if I'm picking between a Kiri player and a Wu Yang player would be really, really valuable. I thought Rhino does not look like he has a good week ahead of him. You know, like their opening double, their opening fixture is 2 incredibly hard teams. But I think I need to be able to stomach not getting necessarily the best score in this opening week in order to like invest. I think Scissors and Rhino are both like really undervalued on your website. Like Rhino at 15 is crazy because Rhino will get playtime and Rhino plays a hero that scores insane. So I think like unless Rhino gets absolutely pumped in the first week, I feel like Rhino's price is going to go up and I'm going to have like an investment in that. I think Scissors, like again, like I think he's going to get some playtime and I think he's undervalued based on that, you know, like he's on a team that's going to win a lot of matches throughout the stage. So he's like a high value pick and he has a double this weekend where at least one of those doubles.
It's a good double as well.
Yeah, one is hard, like Nightmare's hard and Sakura's easy. CJ's not a Wu Yang player, obviously, but I'm not going to put Lep on, you know? Like, if I have to choose between CJ and Lep, and they're priced the same, like, I'm not going to put Lep on, because CJ scored fine last stage. I don't think Lep scored very well last stage from memory. I feel like Lep had lots of, like, deaths, and he didn't ever do well in fantasy. I think he was, like, the lowest scoring fantasy player on Nightmare from memory. So I'm not really interested in putting him on. Kellex, I was umming and ahhing about, like, forever. Initially, I had, like...
That's an interesting one.
Initially, I had, like, Landon at 24, and an 18 cost support. But if I had an 18 cost support, the only person that I could have that got a double was Sile. And Sile was like, I don't know whether he plays Wu Yang, and it looks like they're probably going to lose. Like, they're going to lose their games. I'm going to want to offload him later. So it was like, at least with Chris, it's like, he's got 2 weeks where it's like, one double where at least there's some value in that, and then a second week where they're definitely going to win.
Liquid is the third game.
Exactly, right.
So like that week 3 is maybe where you look to move.
Yeah, exactly. Like both of these, Kellex, CJ, Scissors, and Checkmate, like all of these guys need to be offloaded by the basis of their investment value. Because if I can offload these guys by week 3, then I dodge a VP game for Alcad, and I dodge a Liquid game for SSG. So like these are the players that I use my 2 trades per week on. And Rhino is just like my cost saver, you know. Like right now, I have 3 budget in reserve, but like having a potentially high scoring tank for 15 is like it's not going to do much for me in week 1 because their fixture is so hard. But it saves me so much down the line, you know. Like I won't be able to min max on doubles, but min maxing on doubles with like lower tier players, I feel like is not super worthwhile anyway, you know. Like a double with somebody that is a coin flip player and I can't rely on. I don't believe in that. But like Rhino is not a coin flip player for ball. Rhino's actually good at ball and he's on a good team that's going to win all the time. So I think Rhino's a good shout. People are telling me that Nevermind is like the most underpriced player ever. But I just don't know. Like, am I gonna rely on Nevermind? Is Nevermind playing every day? Like, is that what's happening with Nevermind?
I don't think so. Hold on. Thank you, Sexy Vanilla Freshers, for the 11 months Prime, and thank you, Cartman, as well for the 4 months. Nevermind is the Extinction player, no? From my jumbling.
I think Nevermind is on Extinction, but maybe previously. Like, people think that Nevermind is going to play over Vision King because of double flex DPS. So, like, Vision won't play and Nevermind will get lots of play time.
Yeah.
So, like, having a DPS player that's, like, 12 is very, very good in terms of, like, 12. I think they're, like, 12
budget enabler.
Yeah, like, really, really hyper budget. But also, like, we're talking about Extinction, right? Extinction week 1, they have Dildox. Extinction week 2, they have Liquid. So, like, you want a 12 cost player that's going to go against Liquid in week 2, or you want somebody that goes up against Dildox for a quick game. And then you have to offload them in week 1. So you don't get any doubles and you have to offload them after 1 week. Like that's not as high value as I feel like it really is. You can invest in Nevermind, but yeah, he's not a keeper.
Well, I think as well is when I've seen everyone talking about it, no one is like, when I do it in FPL, like the soccer one, the football one, is you never plan out a week at a time. You plan out like
multiple,
obviously like 5 weeks. Obviously it's like a 38 round season in FPL. So there's like, it's a much longer game.
Yeah.
But if you start with one of these budget players, where do you go? Yeah. You know, like who do you actually swap it for, right? It's all good saying, oh, okay, yeah, no, they'll score well in this first week and then that'll be great.
Yeah.
But then who do you swap them for? Do you have is there another budget player you can pivot to? Because if so, then that's really fine, right? You can just budget to like good fixture to good fixture to good fixture. But is that actually how it works out when you look at the schedule, or is it? Or are you just going to find yourself in a weird hole?
My whole strategy was predicated. The game's going to start soon, by the way. My whole strategy was predicated on the fact that you are going to raise the value of someone like Rhino. Like, I think if Rhino plays like majority maps in week 1, like there's no way you're keeping Rhino at 15. You know, like that seems crazy. So like either way, I'd probably win with Rhino because either I get to keep someone that's worth more than 15 for the cost of 15, or I make money on him when I sell him. So I thought that like Rhino was just a win to take in week 1 because he's too undervalued. And same with Scissors, where it's like Scissors on a top team for 18 is insane value, doubles or otherwise. Game's on.
Yeah, it all comes down to like playtime.
Yeah.
Atlas now and Mir Gaming have launched with the ball ban. Seems like it's been a pretty rare sight in Korea banning ball on Atlas, but Mir Gaming are going to unlock the tech, and Milgara will be playing Winston alongside the Venture Tracer as well. So a lot of eyes on Aid, who really struggled on map 1 despite Way's success. Rest of Mir Gaming, Tracer, Genji, all feels fairly standard, and Kane's actually found a pick onto Aid. What hero can this guy play?
Yeah, I mean, Aid dead again, playing something other than hitscan and paying the price for it. A little bit of a surprise for Aid, as he, you know, apparently just has to play nothing but heroes he's bad at, and is being poured out by none other than Mir Gaming, which is a real surprise, in all honesty. Songjin will find a way to trade out MCD, though, so 5v4, no problem. It's actually a 5v4 in favor of Way, because Aid appears to be back in the mix. At Mir Gaming, they weren't even able to leverage the cap off that pick, so now you can see Universe going to be dived out by Milglizzy. Milglizzy's going to take that kill, and I mean, look, you can discover the secret hidden tech when you don't have a ball player and the enemy team has a ball player to ban ball, but it's still not going to get you over the line versus a team like Way.
You're running out under a lot of pressure, trying to save that energy between fights. Universe is going to have a slightly quicker Kitsune rush as a result of, well, all the healing he had to do to try and keep his team alive. In general, the support ults, you probably expect him to charge a little bit faster for Mir Gaming, just through the healing, but it's actually Maka who's going to be first this time. Tidal Blast ready to go, probably onto Sunjin.
Good morning, homosexual. Tidal Blast is available for Maka. Ruler, he's got the counter comp though. With Zarya, you can double bubble. You can counter out so much of this Tidal Blast turn. Zarya really seeing an uptick in playtime as a result of that. But Univer gonna go down in the choke. That's basically a cat jacks. I mean, the Kitsune Rush does come out, but with both supports dying here and both supports using ult for Mir Gaming, it's about as bad of a scene as we could possibly have witnessed, Addy.
Yeah, Kane's going to get picked off late as well. Now Zen has to preserve his life, has to start considering the touch already for this next fight. The rest of Wavo, they're hunting down Ruler, keen for this late trade onto the energy. But Suzu comes through and he will be able to live. He's coming back with a grab, and this is the sort of ult that can offset even an ult disadvantage versus a Primal versus Kitsune Rush. Zen's going to get the first touch. Now we see Ruler coming through underneath. He can take over the next touch now. And now he's on point. Ability for Mir Gaming to slow down a little bit. Kitsune Rush comes through first. Ruler still looking for this grab. Bubble has been forced. One more bubble in the back pocket. Has to throw it out. He's awfully low. The bubble comes out, but there's a bubble from Milgaro as well. They're all saving the bubble. Pulse Bomb goes through. Zen only gets one kill though. The Pulse Bomb not quite while they were stuck in the grab, so it only gets one instead of two. And now all of a sudden Sunjin dealing with MCD outside. And Mir Gaming will fail on this first point.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately no surprises. I think it's a little bit scary just because Milgaro on the Monk. I don't think this first point is all that good for Monkey in all honesty. Obviously, there's a high ground and a low ground, but there is also a high ground that is mostly controlled, which means that if you can't make it happen on a nice tight choke like this, as the points start to open up, as the Monkey gets a bit more space to back jump and to, play on some smaller high grounds, could be a lot more difficult for Mir as time goes on. Now you can see Milgaro jumping backline, contesting the Genji quite a lot. Mir Gaming, they're all going to kite into the room, but Aid has pulled the Tectonic Shock, dumped all four of his pellets into the Zarya bubble. Milgaro catches MCD though, so already a one-player advantage. Make it two as the Primal Rage comes out from Milgizzy.
Yeah, maybe didn't even need the Primal Rage in the end. Even if a Tectonic Shock got no kills, there was a load of damage in that room, so they were all right for the picking. Milgaro is going to finish it with the Primal, so they do get the first flip off the back of those two ultimates, but need to be careful now, as they're going to be struggling for anything outside this Tidal Blast, so probably eyes over to Sunjin as well, seeing if he can get value. Last time it was huge onto the backline, because Mir Gaming about to have a very big ult swing with their support ults and their Blade.
I mean, look, a huge ult swing right now. Very necessary for Mir Gaming. Last time they had double support ultimate, both supports disappeared in a flash of smoke. Blade has been pulled by Kane. He actually dodges the burst from the Tidal Blast. Aid very nearly taking the piss there. Drill dashing into the sky versus a Blade and Genji, but he will live to tell the tale. Now you can see MCD on the chase. He hits the Tidal Blast, but he does not know how to bend it. Mark is still playing life, but eventually he will slip away. Aid has traded Kane, but the player advantage is there for Mir Gaming, and they've got a fully talked Zarya on the point, so this should be the cap going their way. Not a second too soon. Unfortunately, the store keeps coming for Wei.
Yeah, both DPS here, and Ruler's having a hard time cleaning him. Can't punish AD either as that bubble comes through. Now they need to clean this. Pulse Bomb on the floor will fully talk Ruler. Now we can walk forward. They can get the flip off of this. And that was 3 ultimates spent in Mir Gaming just for the Tidal Blast. Now when his Kitsune Rush is up from Lee Soo-min, Mir Gaming don't really have an answer unless Ruler can find something with this grab. And, well, first of all, get it online without dying.
Rush comes out from Lee Soo-min. You can see the push is on for Mir Gaming, but Univer, first of all, already, the grab is finally online, but he's looking for an angle to get it, and he just can't find one. Ruler goes down without actually... Oh, he does use the grab. He uses it on Sonjin and Milgaro, but nobody's there to follow it up. Kane finds a pick onto Sonjin inside that grab, but I mean, this is not nearly enough. Mir Gaming, they've just blown any semblance of a chance at retaking here. Disastrous.
Oh, there was a moment there where Ruler first gets the grab, where I think if he throws it immediately and he hits maybe at least one of those squishies, it's doable. But as soon as he sort of hesitated, I was like, he doesn't see it's on, he's under too much pressure, and then we're just going to save it for the first fight of the next point. But worst of both worlds here with that decision from Ruler, and now no great ults for Mir Gaming as they come through. They're about to face down a Primal, a Tidal Blast, a Tectonic Shock, and they're having to now play with their... on the high ground, but with their backs to this coast versus the Primal.
Backs to the wall right now. Suzu comes out onto Ruler. He needs that pocket, but he still goes down. Just a loss in the neutral. They're nothing but a Winston bubble. And I mean, Winston is really being enabled by all of this Tracer Genji play. The fact that Tracer Genji is constantly being spammed in Korea right now makes it so much easier to play Monkey. A hero that was previously around about dead is suddenly free to do whatever he pleases. Matches up very well into these double flanker compositions. The fact that Mir are playing the Zarya with it as well. Zarya, obviously, it's good at countering out some of the carry moments from Wu Yang, but Zarya versus Winston, oh boy, you get blocked off a lot. Lots of your charging bubbles get nothing done. It's not easy at all. Now you can see Tidal Blast from Marker comes out onto Nilgaru. He tries to go for some sort of aura jump backwards, but gets absolutely nothing for it. So a bit of a waste on that blast.
Yeah, no value. He has for Primal Rage on this next one. He's dropped his bubble already. And they're trying to poke for Ian, but MCD also has his own Tidal Blast. Wave onto Ruler as they start walking forward. Dive comes into the backline. He's going to take a little bit of a dash backwards. Now it comes through. Tidal Blast onto himself. MCD always keen to use these ones defensively. There's a Tectonic Shock throwing damage in as well. Azent is low. Ruler's half HP, but the Kitsune Rush is keeping him topped up through most of this. But now the Primal Rage. Milgaro with another layer. He's down to about half HP already, but he has juggled Ruler in. Ruler's getting juggled away from his supports. The TP on is good. Ruler's burning through him, though. They're also low. And Milgaro, he's going to go down. Graf comes out from Ruler. He's so low, though. Azen, he's thrown the pulse bomb in. It doesn't connect. And that's the map.
Yeah, rough one there for Wei. What was that, 37% across the entire map? I show finance, Nami. My favorite investor. Absolutely horrific performance for them at the end of the day. Milgaro rips out their hands, drags poor Ruler off into the stratosphere. There's no chance for a good grab angle, and I mean, they're making it look all a bit too easy. I think there's a comp problem here, for sure. They use the ball ban, but then they wind up playing Zarya for the whole map. There's no Reaper in play. It's just Trace against Zarya versus Winston. It's terrible. They need something else.
I think actually, if they had Reaper with this, suddenly we saw maybe what we saw in, remember the King's Row, Falcons versus Zeta, where someone was able to play Winston, but he was actually just getting bullied a lot by Pelican, you know, had to play quite passive, and then Pelican was still able to do a lot of aggressive things with his Genji and the bubble timings. Whereas with this version, with the Tracer Genji, who's pressuring Milgaro? He can just do whatever he wants all the time. So the Reaper ban from Wei actually put him in a really great position there, and maybe if anything, Ruler should have maybe found an alternative to Zarya a little bit sooner. As obviously, always feels a little bit harsh to criticize Mir's game plan in terms of bans and stuff when it's sort of there's this big gap in team quality as well. But you can see some of the trouble that they had, and you combine that with the fact that how many of these ults are getting value from Mir Gaming? The Gravs didn't, the Blades didn't. The Tidal Blast kind of did. They were all defensive for the most part onto MCD.
Yeah.
But no big value with any of these, really.
I had another fantasy consideration, if you would like to hear me out. So because I was so Wu Yang pilled, there was a bit of a question mark around Kellex, just because he's 26 and it's a DLC hero. But I think that team is so good that, like, if he can play Wu Yang half decently, he'll get me the points that I need, because it's like a double and they'll probably win both because they win a lot. CJ was the big question mark in a lot of ways for me, because it's like CJ has one easy, one hard double. So he'll get me potentially good points, but he doesn't do it playing Wu Yang, so that it's not the highest earner. I was thinking about Vega, because Vega is so cheap. Like
I went for Vega, yeah.
Vega is 20 cost, right? So like he's cheap, but he doesn't have a double until the very last week. And I was thinking, like, is Vega going to get priced up based on his performance, or does pricing up only happen based on playtime?
No, it will be on performance as well if someone feels like they're particularly overperforming.
Because my feeling was very much that, like, I'm not going to want to keep CJ, right? Like, he's a flex support. They have hard matches in the future. They don't have any more doubles after week one. His week one double is, like, somewhat appealing. Like, one certain victory, one maybe victory. He's not a Wu Yang player. Vega is, like, I could take Vega in the first week and I could keep him forever. Because he's cheap right now. He's going to play Wu Yang all stage. They have an easy double at the very end of the stage. So it's like I could take Vega at his current price point and I could keep him for the rest of time. I could just lock him up and never let go. But at the same time, like, what's worth more? CJ's double this week, or Vega consistently getting points every single week? And I was struggling a little bit with that decision. Also, by taking Vega, I like free up my decision making or my thinking a little bit in the future around like offloading and min-maxing trades. You know, like I don't need to offload CJ by week 3, and I can just keep Vega. I think there's something to be said for being able to keep one player on your roster like indefinitely and not need to stress about the trade necessities.
Well, because you only get even though 2 transfers is kind of a lot, but it's also not a lot in the same way, right? Yeah, like it's
well, because there's budgetary constraints on top of it, right? Like it's not just
Well, yeah, because to use FPL as the the alternative as well. You're only allowed 1 transfer a week per there, but what you have there is you have 11 players plus 4 bench players. So you actually have like a huge squad. So 1 transfer actually forces you to be very precise with that, but you also have other options to change and tweak your squad throughout. But because all 5 of your players have to play, right? You have no opportunity to be like, this guy's got a shit game, I'll just put him on the bench for this week, and then he's got another good game again. So you have to be selling and buying.
Yeah. It's a classic I Show Finance situation, I'm afraid. Can we get some words
Are you playing
going?
Football Manager for OWCS? Yeah, let me show you. If you've not seen, if you go to owtv.gg and then you click this fantasy button, you'll get taken to our fantasy website, and then you can build your own team.
So what do you
show you?
CJ or Vega, man? CJ or Vega? Like, I could just pick up Vega in week 2. Like, I feel like CJ's double. Like, what are the chances that CJ goes negative? How many times did CJ go negative? I'm sorry for hiding the words. How many times did CJ go negative last stage? He went negative once, all stage last time. You know, like when.
Yeah, I think I was really considering CJ, but I'm between. You can only have 2 players from the same team as well. So I think in my head, Sugar Free has to be one of them, and then I'm like, do I go CJ or do I go Scissors?
So you have Sugar Free?
Yeah,
I had Sugar Free because he's a KD playing rat. But I thought, like,
no, right?
Yeah, I just thought, like, despite his KD playing ability, he has a hard double fixture. Checkmate is not as good at Tracer, but Checkmate, I feel I'm more confident that he's going to win both of his doubles. Like, I'm more confident than
I get the
Alcat is
TM one. Yeah,
I think they'd still beat TMD. Oh, I guess he is versus Psycho, right? Like, he's actually versus.
Like I agree with you. Now I think they'll win. But I also think if you're treating, like, it's in the same category in terms of closeness, I think, as SSG Nightmare, you know? Like, it really could go either way. I think, though, even if it goes either way, I reckon what's going to happen in, say, the TM Alcatia game is Psycho's going to score really well and Checkmate's going to score really well. Like, the Tracer players are just going to score well. I think it might be either some of the tank players or support players who are actually hit with worse scores due to the nature of the game.
Yeah, like I have Kellex on the roster and I'm a little scared about that, you know, like just because he's like the person that I have the lowest faith in to perform on DLC. So it's very
well. That's why Vega's such a luring option, right?
Yeah, like Vega has the
he's
safe
priced
option.
like a main support, but he's going to essentially play a hero that's more in like a flex support almost. In terms
he's priced
of
like a main support.
Numbers.
He's on the best team right now, and you're going to keep him all stage. So it's like. I could just really mitigate risk by keeping him forever. Ooh. It's a hard choice.
Also, one thing I was thinking that people were talking about yesterday, right? What have we seen loads of over this morning in Korea and yesterday in Korea? Reaper. And who is the best stat hero in the game in terms of farming, eliminations, and damage? Reaper.
Is he?
So, I think so. Yeah, like, I feel like that's my memory of it. Like, Reaper steals every fucking elimination because he just does, like, 2 shotgun damage onto everything.
Oh.
Diva's also really good, but I think Reaper's, like... You know how Ziad just scored 1 billion points last stage just because he played Diva everywhere, never really died, and just got every elimination?
Oh, can we try the... Sorry, can we try the knock again? Can you knock me one more time? Because it's broken. Like, it's stopped.
Oh. Yeah. It says, thank you... Oh, yeah, it says it's ended. Okay. So I think actually Reaper could be one of those heroes. I think Ball is in the, like, Diva, Ball, and Reaper might actually just be the 3 best heroes in terms of individual hero scoring.
Yeah.
So the question becomes, who's going to be playing a lot of Ball? Maybe no, that one's easy to answer, right? We know Rhino will play it. We know Infected will play it. But who's going to be playing loads of a Reaper? And who's the best Reaper? / is there a combination of good at Reaper on a winning team, etc., etc.? So, yeah, my instinct is that actually I need to find the Reaper player.
I had to turn off my Brave ad blocks for Twitch TV, and now it works. If I turned off the anti-cookie settings on Brave, now it works. We're not going to have any more knocking issues, mate.
God.
It's awesome. Does Seeker have the Reaper gene? I think Seeker's the best Reaper in North America.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, I think he's really good at Reaper. But
And then like Rocket Tracer, Seeker Reaper.
that could be a good
Rhino
double,
Ball.
right? Yeah, like.
Oh, is on.
Yeah, but they have
It's a little bit on, maybe.
they have two hard games. Like, yeah. Like their backline versus Liquid's backline. Like, get real.
Yeah, I'll keep it real. Way are not keeping it real at all, as they have gone Ball, Hanzo, Widow in an attempt to surely take the piss on this Junkertown. Early dive from Ruler, he takes a bunch of damage, forces Sunjun back, but no meaningful actual threat. Now, outside the bubble timing, Wei can swing a little bit more aggressively, and they want to swing coast. You can see Sunjun walking up now, one shot onto MCD, the ball's coming flying through as well. Ruler tries to respond, but Aid hits him from the other side. The Freya flank is coming through, Aid into the sky, nails the shot. Ruler's going to attempt to trade it, but no such thing. Just a shooting gallery here, and Wei crack open first point.
Wei are going to crack open first point very easily. Turns out when you put these hitscan players on hitscan characters, they look a little bit better than when they're on characters that require thought. Aid hooks forward, takes down MCD almost immediately, and this is Wei looking even more dominant than they did in the first two maps. Previously, you know, there were shades of a chance for Mir Gaming, but this time around, with Aid actually playing hitscan, oh, okay, he's over to Reaper. It's holdable in a second.
Well. It's all opened up for Mir Gaming all of a sudden.
Warning,
they swapped
maybe.
to Sombra as well, presumably to get on to now Widow and Hanzo a little bit more, but the Reaper swap is going to make their life a little bit harder. Can still target the Hanzo here. Sunjun about to have that Dragon ready to go. Mir Gaming have been pushed back a little bit already, and Wei just seems to be able to take as much of a map as they want for free here.
Wei do feel like they just have unlimited free space at the moment. Sonjin, he's going to jump over to the high ground. He catches his end mid-air. You can't be caught mid-air on Tracer. You become predictable. Dragon through the wall. Sonjin, he's got the sixth sense for it, apparently. He's... Oh, wait a second. Sonjin has eyes in the back, front, and astral plane of his head. As he sees through walls, he sees invisible players. He does it all, really. Wei have been free pushing the cut this entire time, too.
Azent hiding with a pulse bomb, trying to shut down Sunjun, but obviously Sunjun, he already knows where everyone is anyway. Floss out with a hack, dive comes through, Kitsune rush and wave defensively to keep the backline alive here from Wei. Aid's going to take Univert down. Tidal Blast out onto Ruler, but Aid is just shredding through him, uses the TP here just to survive, just get taken down afterwards, but damage very much already done now, and Sunjun can just play clean up onto this. Ruler won't get the primal, and that's a very quick second point for Wei.
Yeah, Wei are absolutely stealing this map away. It does feel like we could be in for a very quick day of OWCS Korea. If these trends continue, good grief, it's going to be a very short one indeed. Maka, he's got himself a Tidal Blast. Not sure whether or not Aid is going to receive it or Mil Glizzy. One of the two will more than likely wind up in Mir Gaming's backline though. And an absence of a support ult means that it's really all on Univer to clean up with this one. Really on him to stop the stun from just keeping the ball rolling. Right now there's 5 minutes on the clock though, so it's not looking great.
It's a long time to stop a ball rolling for. Ruler's going to jump in. He does have the primal. Has the option there. Aid's going to try and respond. At least he's been taking a lot of damage. Ruler actually manages to kill Aid in there as well. Primal has been popped. Might be a nice clean win here. One pick already as Ruler looks for more. Helps separate Sunjun out there as well. And that's a very good retake for Mir Gaming. They'll be more than happy with that.
I mean, I can see right now Mir Gaming, they are just going to hold on up on the high ground. Try and get their support ultimates online. They've got Floss hiding underneath, hoping to find that angle for the EMP. Feels a little bit optimistic. I mean, you are versing a top-tier Korean team right now. They're probably not going to leave half of the map unused on their retake. And Wei have just been able to walk out of the choke because Floss has lost so much space needing to TP back. Wei are actually free pushing the cart right now as Aid TPs into the backline and forces Univer to TP as well.
EMP opportunity here, but Floss, no, it comes off. Another disaster ult for Mir Gaming. And that's going to be a zero, well, not even an EMP, zero person, cancelled. Milgaru now primaling as well. He's cut off Ruler's exit a little bit. Ruler can squeak his way back into spawn for now, but the cart keeps on rolling and Mir Gaming are on the ropes.
Mir Gaming well and truly on the ropes at this point. I mean, there's 4 minutes on the clock as Wei just keep on pushing it forward. Eyes on Maka and eyes on the front line of Wei because you already know that offensive combo is coming. Azent poking from the side, forcing a few members of Wei back. Tidal Blast not available, but Lee Soo-min Suzu's the pulse bomb off Aid. Now the Tidal Blast is out on Milgaru. He splashes it God only knows where. Maka, he gets stunned by Azent, but the pocket is so good for Lee Soo-min. That Kitsune Rush healing, allowing Maka to survive even the stun. Pulse goes wide for Sonjun. Sonjun's actually stuck behind enemy lines at this point. Mir Gaming not going to weather this storm though. Floss is down, so is Ruler. One trade comes out from Mir Gaming, but with so many members so incredibly low, everybody stacked up on the cart and a big AoE Suzu, Wei should be good to close this one out.
Yeah, at least I'm in with a final dink. Looked like if there was a trade onto Milgari there was a chance he was down to 60 HP, but he was just able to get around the corner. Then Lee-Min could keep everyone topped up. And 3 minutes, 3 seconds on the clock. All 3 points. Thank you, Mr. Fish, for the 18 months. You be flossing? Good. Well, I don't think you want to be flossing, given the state of this.
What does EMP do, Limmy? It causes you to instantly die to the enemy team's tracer, is the way that it works.
It's a quick respawn button.
Yeah. Mr. Mir might be missing a few hands. I think Mir have hands. They're just hopelessly dysfunctional ones. Come on, guys. A 10-to-1 ratio of viewers to likes on YouTube. I know we can do better. Sledge Reel, thank you very much for the I love you. Appreciate that. That means a lot. But yeah. Come on. I know you can do better on YouTube likes. 100 viewers to 11 likes is genuinely criminal. Like, put these people on the ballot.
For Pat as well, OWTV is something I'm running. I'm doing mainly organizing and running it much more than the actual content itself, though.
Who are you running from?
You.
And yet here we are.
I'm trying to build my escape, you know.
His escape path is a website, folks. Possibly 2 websites.
2 websites that will become 1 website and eventually an escape vehicle.
We got Inspector Gadget here on the cast, but now we've got Mir Gaming. They tempted us. They tempted us with a Zarya pick, but we are going to see Rule of the off tank on Winston instead. So let's just settle in for the next 4 minutes, and that'll do.
Got the Inspector Gadget theme in my head now as well. It's going to be a double. Anyone remember that cartoon? The cartoon theme one is the one in my head. Sunjan's got an opening pick, and that's going to be easy space for him now on the right-hand side. Milgar is moving up on the other side. Sunjan just trying to push him all the way back. Big trouble, actually. MCD low HP, and Sunjan, he's just walking forward into the entire team. There's no resistance at all from Mir Gaming left.
Mir Gaming, really, they've completely tapped out. MCD's decided that he wants to get himself, you know, a nice bite on the way home and settle in for the evening. So I'm really not expecting a push even through the first point at this stage. I think that Winston's really hard to execute here. Double sniper. They can play so far away. It's going to be really difficult for Winston to ever actually close the gap and get a good dive. Sonjin, as I say that, is going to go down to Winston's right click because he's just standing out in the open. Neil Glizzy coming in to try and pinch, but Wei, they've got to play a little bit further behind if they want to deal with this Winston. If they get too close on double sniper, if you're in 1 jump 2 blink range, you can go down. Floss even catches Lee Min, so I've really cast his curse myself here. You can see Mac is on the run. He's actually going to be peeled for by his tracer. So, Mir Gaming maybe still going to be held in this open stretch as Sonjin somehow trades MCD.
I feel like Mir Gaming, they get an opening pick, we're in a 5v4 situation, and they just really slow it down and go play on car. And obviously it's good to play on the objective, good to move for payload, but it means they take no space. As I'm yapping on, Milgari's actually traded his own life here. So there's maybe a chance to swing on this one with tank advantage, but I don't know if Mir Gaming, maybe they're still just pushing the cart, they're still getting it around this first corner, so this is going to give a chance for Milgari just to be back and with a minefield real close too.
Oh, Sonjin just holding down the cart right now, and with all of these ultimates coming online for Wei, where's the sign of life? Ruler jumps backline trying to block out the snipers, but look, Sonjin, with that Wu Yang orb, he's just going to be able to play completely free, uncontestable, and really scary situation for Wei, or rather for Mir Gaming to be in. They still don't have that Primal Rage. Wei have their ultimates online, but they're just continually controlling the cart. What? Aid takes down Azent, Lee Min takes down Floss. DPS line, no longer.
Disaster now for Mir Gaming, just as they had that Kitsune rush, and you can tell Mir Gaming have been outclassed in these first 2 maps, because now everything just feels a little bit hesitant, a little bit scared. Age is going to kill Floss one more time in spawn, and Mir Gaming, it feels like it's time to put them out of their misery.
Yeah, no, I think we might have to put them down. There's only four ultimates online, for them soon to be 5, but I don't think this ult diff is going to make any difference whatsoever because Wei have all of their ultis online too, and with the double sniper comp, they can just play far away. Aid can pop the sights, control the flanks. Mir Glizzy, he can ham up the backline with his minefield. There's all the tools required. Ruler's in the backline, going for his P-Rage. He pulls out the hands. He starts taking a little bit of damage. He actually comes over the top, catches Aid from behind, but the hook is still there. Tidal Blast, Mac is going to self-cast that one, stuns nobody, but ultimately Wei, they've weathered this initial wave of Ruler's Primal Rage. What's coming next?
Minefield from Milgaro into the backline. Caused a little bit of separation, and Floss is going to walk into that one. No such luck for Floss today. MCD's going to die shortly afterwards as well. Milgaro taking care of all of it. Pulse Bomb will stick, so Azent will get nothing more than a pity kill. He'll get cleaned up on point now and 2. And Mir Gaming, one more attempt, 3 ults with which to do it.
Oh, many ultimates online way. Medi, actually such a good shout mentioning pizza. Now I'm just going to have to tap in on pizza. Milgaro rolls through 3 members of Mir Gaming as they step out of spawn. They have the support ultimates to make this happen. This is their best shot. Unfortunately, with only 11 seconds remaining, they're going to be glued to the payload the entire time. That ult advantage will be challenged by the virtue of the fact that they have to keep touching the cart. Ruler jumps right side early on in the piece, gets headshotted by Aid. MCD's been dived. Aid's going to catch Floss. Still a self-cast Wu Yang ult available, but as we previously hypothesized, MCD does have somewhere to be. So he's actually just going to go down with that Tidal Blast, and Wei are going to full hold here with ease.
Yeah, only one of those 3 ults actually came out in the end for Mir Gaming, and that's going to be one of the quickest series we've seen, well, maybe since yesterday.
Yeah, shocker. Couple of fights.
Now I think about it, it was yesterday.
Hashtag we have AIDS. Yep. Is there a way to put this Brave pop-out thing into a browser tab instead of being a pop-out that I keep seeing when I alt tab?
Oh no, my Chrome just sits as like a window.
I want the guest star thing to not be a pop-out. I want it to be a tab. It's just annoying.
Oh, I see what you mean, yeah.
Yeah. What do we think?
No, I just have it
Psycho,
behind everything else.
Psycho or Checkmate in the head-to-head? What do we think?
I want to say Psycho.
KSA.
Maybe TM win actually, right?
KSA is what's TVNT versus what's his name? It's TVNT versus Ziad
Chase
in a Diva matchup, right? Or Chase / Ziad. And I think that's actually like way more difficult for
Alcad.
No, I was thinking the opposite. Because what you can do is like you can just sub in Chase for like 1 map, ban out Diva, and get a freebie. You know what I mean? Like Chase, if Chase plays every map, then at some point Ball's gonna be banned. But like anytime they're in a position where they can protect ban for Ball, like they can protect ban for Ball and basically just
ban
play
Diva.
Ball in a situation where like yeah,
what it's kind of, I guess TVNT will just play Hazard or something instead.
Yeah, but I think that's like a huge advantage
like
having the ball
better,
player, even for the 1, right? Just because you can edge out a freebie. Being able to edge out a freebie is huge. KSA says he's ready for a Chase sub. I mean, I think the Chase sub would be like a 1 mapper. Like if I was the coach there, you know, it'd be like Chase, you're gonna play like if they have Koth, it's like Chase, we're gonna protect ban non-Diva, and then like protect ban non-Diva or just protect ban tank for map 1 if they have first ban, and then they can play Chase on 2 maps. They can ban Diva on another map and put Chase in again. They get like 2 opportunities to do it, right?
Yeah, and this is the problem going into this first week is you have to decide, you have to figure out what the teams have decided in terms of playtime for players, you know? Because we're watching Korea right now and everyone's playing Bull, Tracer, Genji, Reaper. So I think that's a lot of the assumptions people have made, right? Now we're going to see double flex DPS in a lot of situations. Or this is why people are like keen on Nevermind, right? Because, oh, a cheap double flex DPS guaranteed to play, good opening fixture.
Yeah.
But
unfortunately, he's
will
his insides
will it even be the meta?
Out, like very soon.
Yeah, like some of them I feel more confident on. Like, do I think Rhino will play a lot? Yeah. Do I think Scissors will play a lot? Yeah. Do I think Nevermind will play? No fucking idea.
Yeah.
I'd lean no. Similarly with, you know, like I saw people saying like maybe we get to expect like Psycho Ubian or something, you know, like a Tracer, you know, and I was like, well, that's not what's happening either, you know. Is like obviously because Quartz gave the game away on that
Hang
one.
on, sorry, Xavier. There's something important to talk about. Sunshine Bread says, I heard about the accident. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you so much, Sunshine Bread. I'm glad that you're very in tune with my personal life. It's been a pretty tough time for me, but I do feel like 500,000 gift subs and maybe some donations would make me feel a lot better. That would be really amazing. Thank you for the consideration, Sunshine Bread. Thank you very much. Does anybody have 500,000 gift subs stashed up their ass that they'd like to give away? Sunshine Bread will settle for a tier 3 gifted sub. Like,
she might be the worst negotiator on planet Earth.
I think she's an amazing negotiator. I think.
Start at $1 billion and we'll work down from there.
Yeah. All right. Let's go back to playing words. We're done entertaining the masses, right?
For Mario asking about it, basically you have unlimited transfers now into the first week, and then after that, you get 2 free transfers every week. You can swap any number of players as long as you're still working within your own budget. If a player goes up in price, you sell them at the new price, so you have the ability to make money. Obviously, you also have the ability to lose money as well. You can go over 2 transfers per week, but it's a -25 penalty, so at your own risk.
Is checkmate over Lenny a throw?
Yeah, I think Sugar Free is going to score monster points.
Like, is checkmate over Lenny a throw? Because what I can do is I can drop checkmate for Lenny, and I can take Vega. You know, I can take little safe Samuel. Medi, if I get Psycho plays 1 game this weekend, bro. Like, who's the Tracer on Vision? Like,
it'll be Choi.
Yeah, like Choi Say-1 versus Checkers. Checkers is putting that guy in a coffin. Like, Checkers is
not
fine.
Even a nice coffin.
Yeah, it's like a shitty fucking chipboard coffin. Like, it's awful. But yeah, like, Checkers, it's not just about his game versus Psycho. It's about the fact that they have a game versus Vision too. Like, Lenny has a game versus Sakura, so Lenny's obviously 3 points. But, like, I need... Everyone here has a double right now. Like, if I drop CJ for Vega, I see the orange is back. Yeah, but in, like, a safe place. I think CJ for Vega is, like, my only option. It's like CJ or Kellex, right? I could drop one of CJ or Kellex. I think
When's BP's double?
There's a loose case for dropping, taking Sugar Free. Because if I take Sugar Free, I have to drop Chris.
You know, in my head, I actually, if I could have, I would have just done like Sugar Free CJ scissors.
Yeah, that's what I mean, right? Like, that's the only reason
as well.
Yeah, the only reason that I've done this is because I couldn't take 3 SSG. Like, I started with a base of Hawk and Sugar Free. And then I thought, oh, Scissors is really cheap and Rhino's really cheap, so I'm going to get rid of both of those and, like, work around that instead. But yeah, I mean, I'm still caught up on the fact that, like, CJ does not play Wu Yang. He has a double, but it's, like, a questionable double. And I don't have Vega in week 1. Like, it's like week 2, I could pick up Vega. I don't know. Wu Yang Kiri is an S tier stat pad backline. Is Kiri good for stats? How much is Chase?
19. I'm really considering Chase. Hold on, this is...
Chase is 19.
Yeah, my team is currently Chase, Sugar Free, Scissors, Zerion, Vega.
Like, I think Xavier's just... He's just not double maxing enough to win, you know? Like, Xavier has a good roster. Like, Zerion's going to win his game this week too. Yeah, but I have 5 doubles, buddy. Like...
Fucking hell. That's true. I mean, in terms of, it's really hard for me to argue 3 is a bigger number than 5, or even the same number as 5.
And like my players are like low-key better, you know? Like you have Zerion, and who's the other one?
Yeah, but Zerion's playing quick this week, so it's like it's 3 points.
Yeah, it's just humans. Like the best players, whether they win or lose, they always do decently. You know what I mean? Like. Love the game roster. Yeah. I don't know. I can just keep this. I just feel like something feels like really wrong inside to not have Vega right now. Something feels really bad about not having Vega. Because I feel like Vega's just like a free slam dunk, like guaranteed, like removes a gambling component and he's a keeper. You've sent 6-7 million Korean won. Yeah.
How high can I go? I can either trade, I get 4 budget back from going Rhino. So I can get a 22 DPS.
What's on the GK backline? Not good right now. Not because the players are bad, but because I think a team with no ball player and 2 non-flex DPS, and the main tank is a main tank, so he doesn't have a good Zarya or a good ball or a good diva. Like, I think Cuppa's a big liability at this stage unless he can start being good at ball.
What if I got Psycho Sugar Free?
Psycho Sugar Free? That's only one double again, right? Like you're not double
Yeah,
maxing.
which
I really constrain myself.
and it's
But like
like,
I
that's
need
the
doubles.
Outcad game. Yeah.
I've got like
But then
here
who
I've
do
got
I-
two doubles that are also investments. You know, like Scissors is an investment. Rhino is an investment. You know, two players that I'm preding will go up in value after the week. That feels like this is as optimized as it can be.
Yeah, I don't know how to. How do I tap into? Do I need another nightmare? I guess I could go. Can I go Rocket, or is Rocket too expensive? Rocket scored like super highly last time, so I think he's priced. He's 23.
Medi, I'd say that Checkmate isn't necessarily the KD guy, but it's like it's Lubda or it's Checkmate, and it's like Tracer Genji. Like I don't know what Lubda's playing this meta. I think there's definitely a case for like Lubda and Checkers being like interchangeable, but I mean like you can see their historic.
He might even play Tracer, you know.
It's like
if they do the double flex, it's really possible Lubda will be on the Tracer and Checkers will play Genji, right?
Like Lubda did really well last stage on Surgeon, like unusually high for a main DPS, and Checkers also did like very highly consistently. You know, he wasn't like perfect KD, but like this guy always has like a pretty good point. So I think like you think Lubda will play Tracer Freya? I have never seen Lubda's Tracer before.
Yes, you have.
Have I?
Yeah, they do it. They do that comp sometimes, you know. They'll do like Tracer. What does Checkmate play in it? I swear they've done it before. I forget what Checkmate played when they did it, but they've definitely done it before.
I don't remember it at all.
Like
really.
niche comps. Yeah,
I should meet up
okay.
before I get a Star Wars ad.
Let me read you this one now. Rhino, Sugar Free, Seeker, CJ Vega.
I like that. I like that.
The only thing I don't like is that SSG and Nightmare play each other.
Yeah.
You know,
it's impossible to it's impossible to double dip.
I actually might end up lost.
Yeah, well, because I think Seeker could be like really insane points this time around. Because like Seeker's rated really low now because he played main DPS and he died a lot last stage. I think he's like a 20. Is he like a 20 cost player? Like he's really cheap.
20, yeah. So he's like
Seeker's like a super cheap DPS right now. But despite the fact that he's cheap, he has a double this weekend. The problem with Seeker is that both of his doubles this weekend are fucking hard, you know? Like, it's not just gambling on whether or not Seeker's going to beat SSG, right? They also have to beat Liquid. And I think that, like, that's a hard ask. That's a really hard ask. So I think Seeker, like, he would be an insane value pickup if their double was literally anything but the two teams that are predicted to be the top two.
Well, even if it was like Nightmare SSG, so if like he had a 50-50 game, and then he has what SSG have, right? He has a 50-50 game, and then he has a banker. So as long as he just scores a little bit in one game, and he hits the banker game, you're like, it's positive anyway.
Yeah. Fuck it, I'm just sticking with what I've got. I'm sticking with 3 budget in reserve. I'm transferring into Vega down the line, and I'm just gambling that Chris gets me more points with a double than Vega can get with a single.
Is there a way I can also have Kevster? Surely I'm taking a piss now.
I mean, that's just like bad planning for the future, you know? Like, if you want Kevster, like you should look to Virtus. If you want Kevin, like you should look to pick up Kevin in like, what is it, like the 4th week
they have
or something?
A double right at the end of the week, I think. Yeah,
like you should pre-position so that like you take Kevster for their like double period. Like, when is their double?
And then swap them to Kevster. VPs is the last week of the season.
I mean, like, it's actually like so important in Sunday, the October 12th, that you have like pre-position traded so that you have VP and Liquid, you know? Like if you have VP and Liquid in that final week, then like you're just laughing because Liquid have a freeload double and VP have a freeload double. So if you have like 2 VP, 2 Liquid players at the very end, then you're laughing. To have 2 VP and 2 Liquid players, you need to be doing what I'm doing in terms of like investing in low-cost players to try and trade up. Because if you can't paperclip trade your way to a more expensive roster early on, then you're not going to have it by the end, you know? It's not going to be possible.
All right, what if I go sugar-free, checkmate?
Sunshine Bread is live. See you, LeBron leave. See you, mate. Yeah, I mean, the only like... I think the cheap mains... There are cheap main supports on this list that are going to earn a lot. I think Fixer and Vega are both like insanely high value. The problem with Fixer and Vega is that like their high value is going to really start to play at the end of the stage. we're going to get to the end of the stage, and
And
we're
the
going to be in the
meta
very
might change.
well. It's going to be
The
the
patch
very
will change.
the patch changes for playoffs, not for the final week. You get like
Is it?
unlimited
Oh, it's
trades for
actually you get all
playoffs if you
6
want.
weeks on it.
It's
Okay.
the 14th of October that the patch is coming. There'll be a mid-season patch, but like on the 14th of October, I think all of the games are over. I think everything except for like it's a pre-playoffs patch after the final week of reg season. But yeah, like Vega and Fixer are both like really mechanically skilled main support players on really good teams that are going to do really well this stage. But if you take them, you can't doubles max your support role at all. So that'll fuck you completely, you know? Like if you take Fixer and Vega, you have a rock solid support line that's going to score you consistent points every single time, and they're never going to get you double points. There are no doubles in week 2 except for Gen G doubles. So like you can't pre-position for week 2 doubles now. So it's really important that you gamble in week 1. Like if you're going to win, so the people that win are going to be people that successfully gambled, you know? Like it's impossible to like win this without gambling on doubles and winning on doubles.
I think as well, a lot of the doubles in the middle of the schedule are like wank doubles, you know, where it's like, oh, we got a double, but it's Dilducks or it's Peps or something, and they're like tough games. So it's really you have just as much risk of just like getting nothing.
Yeah, the highest value doubles are like at the start and end of the stage from the looks of it, you know, like really clear cut results.
So in the middle, you just want like Vega's a good like middle signing, you know, because maybe not because they have SSG, but there's like or maybe like the EMEA schedule is nicer, but maybe even someone like Kevster or something. When they just play like they play Peps and then they play Anomaly and then they play Gen G in the back half, you know? Like so actually if I just have Kevster then, I just feel like he's only gonna play one game every week, but it's a slam dunk. Yeah. And when he's got vision at the end.
I think my thinking was like, you know, it's like I have CJ for week 1, right? And CJ's a good earner. CJ has a double in the first week. In second week, I can paperclip trade CJ for Vega. They're the same price, right? So like I can paperclip trade CJ for Vega, and then Vega's a keeper for the remainder until the end. So like I'll get Vega's double at the end of the stage, and I will have pre-positioned so that I don't have CJ for when they have to play Liquid. Like that's the sort of that's the sort of matchup where, you know, I will have like mitigated risk on CJ, and I will have also paperclip traded over to someone that I wanted for the future. And then like Jamal, maybe Jamal's a keeper for another week. Maybe Jamal's a sell. It depends on his market value. You know, everything matters. You know, we're buying at a fair market price here, folks.
Is he worth it? Is he worth it still at the new price, or is it worth more to sell him for somebody else?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But this base roster that I have here, like Rhino, Checkers, Scissors, CJ, Kellex, like I'm really happy with that base. I have budget in reserve. Like if any player goes up in value, like if Rhino and Scissors go up in value, like even a little bit, I'm going to have enough money to sell those guys and trade them into people that are going to win for me later. So like, I think this is the iShow Finance roster right here, folks. Like, is Vega CJ crazy? Vega's good, but Vega doesn't have a double matchup. I think Kellex has a double matchup. That's why I have Kellex.
For the people asking as well, if you've locked your roster already, you can make infinite changes for free up until the roster deadline for tonight's games, which is in, just under 8 hours. So you can make infinite changes till then, and then you're limited to the 2 transfers and everything like that. So 7 hours and 48 minutes now until roster lock.
You said I could go Landon. I could go Landon, but Landon's really expensive. Landon's a 24 cost person. Like if I sold Kellex right now, I could have Landon right now. Yeah, because Landon's 24, Kellex is 21. But I just thought that Kellex would probably earn more than Landon because Kellex is the Wu Yang and Landon is not.
I guess
Is that stupid? Like, am I overvaluing the point gain here? Because like I guess I could just minus Kellex plus Landon. I have the budget for it.
I don't know what the answer is. You know, like who scores better, the Kiriko or the Wu Yang?
Yeah. And also the other problem with that is like if I spend, then I have no budget in reserve anymore. The only way that I can like ever resolve that is by trading away an expensive player. You know, like Kellex is kind of nice to have because he's like low enough cost that I can actually have some budget in reserve to make trades in the future. If I spend my whole budget in week 1, like I lose my reserve budget and then I'm kind of shit on. If anything that I'm predicting about any of this roster doesn't happen, then I have no budget in reserve to dig myself out of the hole. Whereas if I keep Kellex, I have safety.
Well, that's what I was worried about. If I do like sugar-free checkmate, it looks absolutely fucking premium for this week. But then I'm stuck with like, where do I put Scuffed?
Yeah.
Who do I turn Scuffed into? What if Bull stops becoming meta? You know, because will Bull keep being meta in Korea? I'd wager so, yeah. but will it keep being meta in like EMEA or North America? I don't know. You know, like I'm more worried about that.
Yeah.
And then if I'm just stuck with Rhino, then I have to sell Checkmate or someone anyway, and that doesn't feel all that great.
I mean, Landon was like really consistent points though. Like Landon earned all the time. Like really, really.
Let me see if I can get.
Consistent.
Can I get
points.
Landon in?
Because I can trade Landon and Kellex right now. It's just even more of a gamble because I'm taking away my reserve budget. And I think week 2, Alcad was like an insane, like it's a quick esports game, so they'll just dominate.
Yeah.
The week 3 Alcad was the VP where I want to
week
offload.
3.
So like
what you might run into a problem with if you have these Alcad and these SSG players. Alcad have VP in week 3 and SSG have Team Liquid in week 3, right? So all of a sudden your roster can start to look like all my players have a really tough game this week.
No, I think what I can do is I can just in week 1 I can trade CJ. I can trade both of the supports, you know? Like I can take Landon for week 1 for their double week matchup where he's probably going to get like good stats. He's not going to be on Wu Yang. I'm taking 0 Wu Yang players if I do that though. Like CJ plus Kellex, that's CJ plus Landon, that's 2 people that don't have Wu Yang. And I really don't know how the Wu Yang stats look. Like there's just no statistical base for it. So does anybody have any scoreboards, like scrim scoreboards? I want to see what the scoreboard looks like at the end of games.
Didn't Chrissy send one the other day?
Did he?
He said it wasn't that hot.
I don't remember. But yeah, I want to see the actual scoreboards. I want to see the numbers. Let me look.
Because if you're because that's for the same thing as last time, right? Where it became very distinct of like actually main supports, even if they feel quite well priced, are kind of wank.
Yeah.
You'd actually almost be better off with a cheap flex support than a better main support. But is that true with Wu Yang?
Yeah, I just don't believe that that's true with Wu Yang. I feel like that's not the case with this character. Because like Lucio wasn't a good stack character for the most part, unless you had like a real hater of standing and pressing E.
Here's one for you. Unrelated.
Go on.
CC are playing Rock right now in China.
Yeah. Oh, are you telling me that I'm going to watch China?
Well, I'm saying, I mean, it sounds like a better game than T1 Old Ocean. Where is it? Is it on, what's it called? Pro Chaser?
Yeah. So neat coded. I think I'll like flicker on and off with that stream, like during the breaks and stuff. I'm happy to do that. But I've got homosexual in the chat dropping Old Ocean _go channel emotes. Like I will watch the Cold Ocean game out of respect. You have to stick to your principles and not watch China.
Billy. Yeah, Billy is so dodgy for me. Like last time we went on Billy, it actually shut down my stream. Unironically. So there's an element of hesitation on my part.
Mate. Who's the other support? Who's the other support that I want? These damn VP supports, I think. Like, it's like gotta be Fixer, dude. Like, Fixer's so high value, I think. Cycling his wave gives him tons of stats. Landon doesn't play the Wu Yang though. Like, like surely Fixer will be the Wu Yang. Surely. We still on this? We're between games, so we're just waiting. Do you want to play words instead?
I don't know if Max, you know when you would hear me and Chrissy would start talking about like fantasy football, and you'd be like, "These fucking guys, what are they talking about? Like. They're just going on for it." Yeah, this is actually the other side of it, right? But you can see it's just such an engaging theory craft. You know?
No, I get. Can you review the community rosters already, please? Just because you used the monkey wearing the hat, I'll do that, Chugger.
All right, I'm gonna go get a drink anyway. So hold on, I'm responding to you now, GB.
Andreth, there's thoughts on Hawk, Lenny, Nevermind, Landon, Zarian. God can't save you, mate. Who do you think is playing Hu Yang for Nightmare?
Oh wait, I'll ask Tom.
Probably old mate. The main support guy, the cheap main support. Nenwai, Nails guy.
Right back.
Just need to see some stats comparisons to really min-max this. It's the only way. Landon or Kellex on a stats matchup. I think Landon very consistently gets better stats than Kellex. I think Kellex is probably the most likely player on that team to be getting caught out. He's on a new character. I think it makes more sense to have Landon than it does to have Kellex, in all honesty. I have 3 points in reserve. I can afford Landon with my current approach. I think I should take Landon and have no Wu Yang players, and then just trade into 2 Wu Yang players after week 1. Who's the Wu Yang for Vision? Is it Sile? I don't know. Then I can use my 2 trades to get 2 stat farming Wu Yang players that pre-position me for the future. I can literally I can get like double 1 player from VP and Vega, saves me making support trades in the future. Then in the following week, I can trade my DPS out. And with the DPS out trades, I can get VP DPS players and make huge profit. So I think I'm doing that. I think that's the play. Goodbye, Kellex. Hello, Landon. Add to roster. Rhino, Checkers, Scissors, CJ, Landon. Week 1 trades are Landon and CJ out. Fixer and Vega in. Week 2 trades are Checkmate and Scissors out. VP DPS line in. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can only do one of those 2. There's a problem. Can't have both of the VP DPS line. Can take 1 VP player and I can keep Checkmate. Because Checkmate will earn all season long. I don't need to use both transfers every week. Could you not get Lep instead of CJ? I could, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Taking a gamble on both Rhino and Scissors to get playtime, though. Well, the thing is, Cammy Bear is I'm Australian, and Australians have the highest rate of gambling per capita in the entire world. So it's actually in my blood to gamble. So taking a gamble on 2 players is honestly conservative on my end compared to the national average. Wait, do we actually? Yeah, Australians have the highest rate of gambling per capita. In the world. We are the nation of punters. Like it's actually messed up how addicted our country is to gambling. It's a serious epidemic. I'm gonna put this on autopilot and make myself a cup of joe because I've actually just spent so long locked in on the I've spent so long locked in on the fantasy rosters that I've forgotten to eat, I've forgotten to drink. Issues. Why is nobody guessing? You people are struggling right now. Oh, this is like the hard round. Oh, you're guessing. Just can't hear it. I'm so dumb.
I'm back. I was still at CC 100 Rock, first round. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the best way to watch it. I know Tom has it up, but I'm actually petrified of Billy Billy. Maybe I'll borrow a favor from Tom.
Hello. Got game over? All right, go again. Just checking the... Yeah, they're still not in game. They're still so fine. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it pushing, everybody.
I'll pull screen Tommy out of respect. Imported Flora to play Tracer. Yeah, the problem is, I don't know if you remember last time, Juby, but do you remember when I had Billy and it's just it just crashed the stream. It like lagged it out super hard. I remember last time Straight Error set me up like a. Oh, maybe I can do that again. I just need to remember how to do it. Straight Error set me up like a. I don't know what it's called. I'm not technically minded enough.
Are we in game
like
yet?
A command prompt thing.
Still not in game. We're really close to that.
No, I still hit background music.
Keep wording it up.
Really possible I need new internet? The VLC media player, yeah, but the way that works is it's like a command prompt that reads from Billy, and for whatever reason that worked better than the actual site did.
I've got this incredible new method of hydration where instead of having a jug of water, I'm filling every glass that I have in my pantry with water.
Probably Ondra, but I think it would. I don't know. Like Nenwai's got a tough double. I think you don't want Nenwai.
Hello.
Hey.
How we doing?
Yeah, I'm just checking out the CC versus Rock.
Yeah.
Courtesy of Tomathan.
I made changes to my roster.
Again?
I picked up Landon. I dropped Kellex for Landon. I've decided that
Landon is such a consistent.
Yeah, Landon has such a consistently high earn rate compared to Kellex. Kellex has like a few like anomalously high ones, but like I just can't put it all on a 26-year-old man when he has a hard matchup that week. You know, like
I think it's also true that the way if it's just going to be a lot of this double flex also in EMEA,
yeah,
then. Actually, the way Landon's going to play is probably, like we see Lisu Min. I know it was against Mir Gaming, but he's actually going off, He's just able to flank and dink constantly, and his ability to get kills and be involved is really high.
What about Violet? He's only 20 and he has a double. I think it's a potential double, lost double, so it's not worth the risk.
It's a rough double, yeah.
Exactly. I'm not trying to take people that are going to get roughed up in their doubles unless they're really cheap. Like, look at Scissors. He could go 1-for-1, but if he goes 1-for-1, that means that Rhino paid off in at least one of his. If Scissors goes 1-for-1, like one of Scissors or Rhino must go 1-for-1 in these doubles that I have here, right? Because they play each other. But they're both so comically cheap that they're worth having for the investment of padding my roster down the line. Like those players' values, if they get playtime, they're going to go up in value. And if they go up in value, then I've won for the long term.
I think you could it could be a have your cake and eat it too, where Rhino and Rhino and Scissors could both score well individually.
Yeah, because they're playing the roles where you score well. Like,
yes, you know what I said. Like, actually, if you just had Rocket and Sugar Free, you'd score really well because they're both just for tracer players. They'll both actually get good scores regardless of what the actual result is. In many ways, what you actually want out of that game is it just to go 3-2, just so they get more maps to score well in.
Yeah. And I mean, wait, how do I pause this game? Does pressing this pause it? I assume this pauses it. It doesn't pause it. That's insane. Is my coffee up? I'm not going to be able to hear the coffee come up with the in. It's so deadly. You still checking out the China game? Is it like actually on, or are they between
maps? CC have won first map.
Yes! Wait, so Flora's losing?
Yeah.
Cried.
Yeah, it was when I did the Ziad interview, Ziad asked me, because the translator was coming to the call. I didn't know who the translator was, and then he asked me, who do you think is going to win, CC or Rock this weekend? And I was like, yeah, Rock always loses to CC. CC are going to smash them. And then who is translating for us? Rock manager Lotsa.
Wait, Flora's playing Tracer? I guess it is a no-hit scam meta, so it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to check my coffee for fear that it came up.
Oh, music. Hawk, Scissors, Kevster, Kellex, FD God. Well, FD God feels like the scary one in all of that. Also, instead of Kellex, could you go... It depends how much you value the double versus the... Because I feel like Garlic is a good pick as well. Oh, yeah, you're right. Peps have the easy game, don't they? So maybe it's all right. I guess the big question for me is always, how do you pivot these things? How do you pivot? But anyway, That's enough fantasy talk for now. Back to reality. Old Ocean versus T1. Going to be a Roadhog ban from T1. Old Ocean with a Kiriko ban. Donghack going to be on the ball. Anna, Wu Yang from both teams here. But we're seeing a little bit of a change. Old Ocean have Jaehong on the Wu Yang. Kiviz on the Anna. Tracer Genji ball all round. Viper in for T1 as well. Early slam comes through from Donghack. A little bit of pressure. Pinned into the corner a bit already, Old Ocean. You can see Heiservo aggressive, and it's a nade actually connects onto Vigi. Becky's able to finish off that one, so a big opening pick. The Old Ocean backline is tucked away safely in this corner. Now they're going to push back out, but Halls are going to bump into each other. But an opening pick for Old Ocean to come through.
Oh, wait. We're watching the Overwatch, I see. Numbers?
Are you okay?
Sorry, man, I just sat down. I had the headphones off, so I didn't know we were in it.
You were just whispering.
9, 10, 11.
11. Just
12,
works.
yeah, just works.
High just got a pick. Another opening pick for Old Ocean, but they haven't actually managed to leverage point off of this. Old Ocean now trying to walk forward. A little bit more space for Kivies to branch out. Slam comes through. Anti-nade only onto Donghack. It will clear him, though. Highs are trying to clear that point as well. Group up with Kiviz. Charge the last bit of this Nano as well. Quicker ults. Pulse bomb out from Zest finds nothing. Nano is ready to go, though, if Kiviz can find the connection. They've lost Becky, though, so I'm not sure who the Nano target's going to be. Chance for Dart as well. He's looking for him. He drops him, but it's just on the point. Defensive Tidal Blast from Skewed comes out. Dart can't find anything with this Nano. Just a single trade.
Oh, rock day for dart heads as that gets absolutely nothing with the Nano combo. Now Ru Jae-hong, he's the next man in position to carry. He can potentially pop that Tidal Blast, throw it out onto Becky, open up a kill. But ultimately, here we go. Becky's actually received it. He blinks over towards Vigilante. Vigi whiffs asleep. He gets stunned up. Heiser finishes the kill. One-man advantage for Cold Ocean. Dark pops the minefield. Skewed is being zoned out of the fight, though, and dart heads, they rise up. Dark's even been slept up over on the coast. On the fadeaway, he does not find the kill onto Heiser from the looks of it. He will not escape either. We've actually seen an Old Ocean fight win.
But yeah, they've got a lot of opening picks in this Old Ocean. It's a shame that all these opening picks have led to a 69% deficit. Now a lot of pressure coming out on Jae-hong. Has to drop the wave. Pocket coming through from Kivies. Just keep him alive. Old Ocean with both DPS salts and a minefield to throw into this. T1, though, they do have that Nano. There is the blade. Anti-nade comes through from Vigi. That forces Dart to go backwards with back. Nano now onto Viper. He has the blade. He takes down Dart immediately. There's no more opponents for now. There's a minefield on point just to try and buy time from Heiser, but they've lost both DPS. And this minefield, they can just ignore it. Donghack's already on the backline. Thank you, Italia Music, for the 7 months prime. And that is an easy retake for T1.
Absolute shambles for Old Ocean there. That blade push, it looked so good, but Vigilante, he slips away. He picks up the mini and he's totally fine. Just needed one more player from Old Ocean getting the pinch or maybe pulling T1 in a little bit more. They pulled the trigger too early and they completely waste their minefield as well. Just throwing that down on the objective. Dark easily counter-slammed that one out, even if the fight didn't go T1's way regardless. Kivi has a nano boost yet again. And I mean, look, if Kivies can throw this out onto Dart, maybe he can give some grief over to Viper. He will give some grief to Viper. In fact, he's going to run him down. So Viper, no opportunity to pull the blade. Dart trying to melee at every possible opportunity to get that passive online. He's got that tier 1 perk. Sleep goes wide for Kivies, though. One player advantage for Old Ocean. Bit of a cooldown advantage, too. As Dark rolls out, he's just being absolutely worked in the neutral by Kivies. So back again for Cold Ocean. I mean, I can feel the chill in the air, Xavier.
Yeah, the temperature's certainly dropping as T1 are going to be forced back into the choke. And Old Ocean now, Pulse Bomb. Tidal Blast nearly online, can send that one on to Becky, who feels like Old Ocean have been able to connect quite often with this backline of T1, relying on Vigi to outplay these at a few crucial times. Skewed also has his Tidal Blast. He maybe has more of a decision over aggressive or defensive in these situations. Going to be on to Zestfo, so it's aggressive. Sleep goes wide. Donghack is behind. Nowhere to go for Kiv is crushed by that Tidal Blast. Donghack is low HP, but now Jae-hong, he has no other support to heal him through this, so he's just going to get tag teamed. Zest and Donghack take down 2. Meanwhile, Vigi and Skewed fighting for their own life in the back, but they're living.
Oh my, with the backline surviving, with Minefield on point and Viper chasing into spawn to clean up these final kills. Nano as well. It's starting to look like Old Ocean. They're really going to need a miracle for this final touch. Do they even have anybody that can get it? Heiser, he was there, but not quite. So that's going to be Old Ocean losing this first round, but putting up a pretty respectable fight in the process.
Yeah, doesn't look too bad actually, does it? Especially considering this is the type of comp. You look at T1 and it is kind of really everyone on their best hero. Maybe you make a bit of an argument there, you know, skewed on Wu Yang, but everyone on really good heroes for themselves. And Old Ocean going fairly blow for blow in this opening map. Ultimately comes down to a few key differences. Some of it that point management in those early fights, but also this survivability. We saw Kiviz get away with a couple of them, but in this final fight, it was Vigi and Skewed. There was the Blade that Vigi survived, and there was that engage in the last fight that Vigi and Skewed survived. So, as often happens in a lot of these dive matchups, even though we're seeing different heroes, the backline survivability or their ability to live in these difficult situations is the difference maker.
I think Anna Wu Yang will be good in EMEA because if they're playing Anna Wu Yang, my land in theory is actually cooked. Well, there's no way they're going to be playing Anna, right? Like they're just going to be.
Yeah,
playing
he's going to be.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
But Simple's got an Anna on him, right? He's Korean after all, so there's a chance. I'm scared, Xavier. I'm scared for my fantasy roster. Dark rolling in. He actually slams off the top ropes. He's hand up Ru Jae-hong already, but the peel should be totally fine here. And Dart again has gotten the best of poor little Viper. This is what happens when you sub in Viper in a double flex meta. He has one bad match, and we're going to be watching Proud play Genji for the rest of the stage.
Yeah, the mental collapse is on the horizon here, as Old Ocean going to try and get his first point force off that opening pick. But Zest is stalling it out, hard to flip. Lots of heroes that can juggle that touch. Donkey gets quite aggressive with the backline here. He's taking a lot of damage and has to be forced back. Shields popped. They don't actually get the flip of this, though, Old Ocean. So again, an opening pick doesn't convert into a flip, and now Viper's back from the dead. Revenge and an opening pick now for T1. They're flooding forward. Defensive cooldowns forced out. Donkey's going for more, but not for HP to follow that up. But they do have control of point.
Yeah, they've already got the cap. Dart again with the kill onto Zest, though. Apparently, Dart, he was just waiting in the wings for a Genji meta, and now he's really prepared to come online. One player advantage for Old Ocean. They need to start getting bodies towards the point or clean up some more kills. Otherwise, it's going to be a quick recontest from T1. Zest, he's already hooning back into the fight. Start touching the point, Cold Ocean. Nanogris comes out onto Dart yet again. He kills Viper again. Oh my days, he sleeps! Vigilante, he's on top of Skewed. Dart is doing it all right now. You know, 1 year ago, being a Dart head was a joke. Being a Dart meant that you were supporting Vesta Esports Club as they pissed away every possible win condition. Now being a Dart head, it's a real badge of honor. You've got Ru Jae-hong, 34-year-old fossil, playing a DLC hero, and you've got Dart chopping it up. Insane performance from the young man.
Double support ult now available for T1 as they come back. Jae-hong, though, does have this Tidal Blast throw onto Becky. You can see Jae-hong's up there. Tidal Blast will be exchanged. Both Tracers looking for their value. Vigilante can't land for sleep. It's a stop and stick from Becky. Support trades all round, actually. There's now no supports on the board. A 3v3. Dark gets the better of Viper, though. Zest is deep behind enemy lines, but these trades are going to favor the team who have control of point already, which is Old Ocean.
Old Ocean, this is a great fight for them. Ru Jae-hong picking the Juno in spawn just to get 2 shifts. That's that old age experience that you can't possibly teach a youngster. Zest chasing deep, trying to catch Dart. He had the overshields from Dark, but he's going for a Thoughts and Prayers pulse bomb. Gets absolutely nothing done with it. Dart is incredibly low, though. He needed a pocket, and Viper's going to get his revenge. Dive onto Skewed, but Skewed is going to be kept alive by his Guardian Wave and a bit of pocket from Vigilante. Minefield's out on the point for Heiser. I think Dark also threw down the mine, so it's just a whole lot of mines needing to be swept. No way! Zest has walked into a magnetic mine from Heiser. Try and tell me that the double flex DPS lineup for T1 is competitive with Spint and Heesang now. Come on now. Unfortunately, Nano will come out onto Viper and they will clean up, but get real. Get real, Zest.
Oh, T1 bailing Zest out of that blunder, and Heiser's just now dying on point. Gives a decent amount of stall, to be honest. They will clear him up eventually,
toxic,
and that's going to be over 80%.
Blades available for both sides here. I mean, really, the fact that Zest gets to win that fight after walking into a mine, come on. T1 needs Stalker yesterday. They need 2 Stalkers, mind you, because Viper and Zest both clearly cannot cut the mustard. Anyhow, Viper holding the left-hand side. He's got an Anna to pocket him from behind. Difference maker, though, Vigilante, 23% to a Nano Burst. Kivi's, 91%. Nano Blade for Old Ocean could be absolutely massive. Even a dry Nano on the ball or the Genji could make all the difference here. Viper, he's slithering in, looking for his blade angle. He blades the backline, and Kivi's actually going to go down without being able to get that Nano off. Old Ocean, they might just want to take the reset here. Back it up, stop getting traded, and go for one last fight with an ult advantage.
Yeah, we're able to trade Viper in there as well, so a very clean and efficient fight. Old Ocean gonna have to rely on this, but it's given Skewed time to get this Tidal Blast up, which means he can throw it the way of Zest, and could just be a big backline trade situation. Donghak for the early slam of the rotation onto the Ana again. Kivez can't connect for sleep. Now the Nano comes out onto Dart. He's trying to chase down Viper, but he's struggling with it actually. Viper manages to dash away. Dart is on the chase, 1 HP. Dart does confirm the kill, but he's very separated from his team. Now Tidal Blast is out on Skewed just to live,
Catches nothing.
Trying to protect himself not to live. No, he's killed Becky with it. Now, coming out, has the Pulse Bomb, Minefield ready to go. Dart is regrouping with the team, Blade in hand. Minefield from Donghak between them and the point. Big Minefield doesn't get the trigger on it though. He's low. Deflect on the sleep from Dart. He's all over the backline. Vigilante's been taken down. He's so low though.
They have the cap.
Trade for kill. The Old Ocean have got the flip out of this, and Heiser still has the Minefield.
They snagged
it on board now, but Zest has killed Dart. They can still fight for this Old Ocean. It's all going to come down to this. Both teams stalling out on point. Heiser's Minefield's going to expire, but Jaehong, the Fossil, he's done it. Zest has been taken down. An opening pick for him. Vigi nearly has the Nano, so they're not done yet, Max.
Oh my days, Ru Jaehong up in the back. Vigilante's coming back with the Nano boost, but he did die late. He's not going to be here yet. Slam out on the point for Heiser. You can see Viper receives the Nano boost. He's ready to go deep. He can't find anybody to chase though. He's moved in a little bit. The flip is about to go back the way. It goes back the way of T1. No targets yet. Sleep onto Viper, but he's woken up. Manual hack comes out, but he slips over the wall. Still, Old Ocean need to touch the point. Kivez is 80% to another Nano boost. He's reloading in the corner. He's looking for a target. He needs to be so careful though. The pinch could come at any second now. 85% and counting. Guardian wave to keep him alive, but he's knocked over it. Sleep comes out. He misses. He activates. He's dead at 95%. Viper's low. Donghak is lower still. Donghak goes down. It's a trade. The point, they need to keep touching. It's so incredibly close. Becky has pulse. He's on the point, but he can't get off it. He recalls. He gets back on. He's got one more chance. He wants this pulse. Tidal blast onto him. The Fossil does it again. He goes backline. He catches Skewed. It's a 1-2 buckle my shoe maneuver as Skewed will go down. He self-casted the blast there, but he will not survive regardless as he goes face checking the traitor. It's looking like Old Ocean might just be able to do this. Kivez is back with the Nano boost, Sav.
Nano comes out onto Becky. The Heiser with a Minefield on point. Donghak needs 6%, but he catches a mine on the way down, and Becky can finish the kill. Zest has to go for the touch, but he's only interested in his KD. And Old Ocean tie us up.
Unbelievable plays from both sides. Kivez really showing that he is next up in the flex support role, getting so much done on the Ana, hitting crucial sleeps all round long. Even Becky on the Tracer. He goes in, chases down Skewed. He hits the stun. He pulses because he doesn't have ammo in the clip. Skewed self-casts the Tidal Blast, survives the bomb, but then runs back into Becky's face and kills himself, perhaps not anticipating the result. Oh my days. Every time Becky hits a Tidal Blast on a backliner, he's blowing his load a bit early and needs to follow up with a pulse, though.
I mean, it's fun, though, isn't it? The old stomp and stick. It looks good.
Stomp and stick. Insane.
Okay, more of the same. Ana, Wu Yang, Bull, Tracer, Genji, all around. Both teams going to vie for this mega control. Donghak has it for now, but they're setting up around him as Vigi and Kivez are going to trade shots from across the map. Slow pokey fight where both Bulls and Tracers now vying a little bit for point.
Already fighting for point space right now, but nobody's going to get pressured in too deep. You've got to be careful, Mr. Fossil. You're very close to the enemy's DPS line. Heiser's taking a beating, but the heals are so good with this comp. Kiri Wu Yang, Ana Wu Yang, just all the healing in the world available. Wu Yang has really unlocked high sustained compositions for dive players. Donghak now counter slamming Heiser, but actually misses it. The Guardian Wave knocks him up a little bit, causes him to dodge the slam. Dart catches Skewed as well, and the DPS line for Old Ocean, they've actually just chopped through T1. It's a 5v3. It's just going to guarantee Old Ocean that first cap.
You saw there Donghak try and make the decision. He was looking for backline. The backline takes a bit of a step back, so he tries to counter slam Heiser instead. But during all of that, it's Dart who gets aggressive. He's the one who finds the pick. And now we see Jaehong actually leaning over to point side with this in more of a position to support Dart. Zest and Viper trying to get in a position to overload that now, but Becky can stall it out for a while. We're nearly getting to this first Tidal Blast from Jaehong as well.
All right, you can see Jaehong closing in on it, but Donghak is losing his turn early on. He's being chased by Becky, but because Becky blinks into a wall once, he misses the massive damage. None of this comes out onto Viper, though. He's on the backline, but you can see these backliners are really kiting it out. Skewed trying to play life, but Zest has caught Kivez and Ru Jaehong. Skewed is down, though, so it could be a 2-for-2 trade on the support lines. Unfortunately, T1, they're pressuring the cap, and it's just Becky versus the world on point.
Heiser's come to help with the cap now, but Viper is elusive. Dart is low as well, so now Heiser just stalling out by himself. Will take what capture percentage he can get out of this. One more touch coming through. Sleep gets thrown out. Heiser dies on point. We're up to 49% for Old Ocean, which isn't the end of the world, but now it's the Tidal Blast turn, so the attention is going to turn to both teams' tracers.
Yeah, Viper PV, your impression is correct. I am a balding old man. This is actually a hair system that I wear. Anyway, Old Ocean, Minefield available. Tidal Blast as well. The Tidal Blast combo could really be everything for them here because Becky can get that right on top of the backliners. Out comes the Blast. You can see Becky running down the supports, but the countercast from Skewed is so good. Perfectly timed, saves Vigi from that combo. Vigi's being tossed like a salad though as Heiser comes swooping through. Rujay Hong unable to play life as Viper goes for the blade, but in typical Viper fashion, he is going to flop his blade by dashing into a wall. Still an opportunity for Old Ocean to clutch this one, Zabby. Dart has blade, Kibby's is dead, but Dart pulls it.
He's pulled it, 44 HP, he's going for it, he's trying to cut through a ball though, but Donghack survives. An absolute sliver of HP, but now T1 in control of a point with that advantage, and Old Ocean are going to be forced to reset again.
Ah, that's tough. That's so tough. Viper flops his blade, Dart believes it himself, and it just doesn't pay. Now, we can see a Minefield is out for Heiser, but Jae-Hong is dead again. The Fossil is being brought back to the Ice Age. Vigilante pulsed by Becky, though. 1-for-1 trades. Kivvies has a nano, and there's no support ult to respond. Skewed is incredibly low, and with no support to pocket him through it, looks like he might be falling over here. Donk is going to poop out a couple of mines on the point at the 11th hour, but nobody's actually gone down for T1. Becky's got to be careful not to recall into mines. Now, Kivvies threw out the nano boost on a Heiser, but Heiser's still so incredibly low. Was he anti-nated or what? Where are the kills for Old Ocean?
Their backline's being occupied by Donghack quite a lot, so the support wasn't quite there. So they've managed to stall themselves back into this T1. And now the nano comes through onto looking for the backline. Slam interrupts it a little bit, goes for the dash through. Wave comes out as well. 1-for-1 trade, sleep onto Donghack. The Old Ocean backline are getting it done again. They still don't have control of point.
Outrageous fumble from Viper yet again. Donghack is still hammering up the backline, but the peel is so good for these two supports. Wu Yang doing it all. Wu Yang and Arda both permanently heal out, but Rujay Hong, he slipped into a dangerous angle. He drops into Viper, and Viper, he makes up for his former misgivings. He takes down both supports by his lonesome, pulls the blade. He's chasing for Dart. He will take down Dart, and that's going to be T1 taking the map off the back of some heroics from Viper, and perhaps a confused old man in the form of Rujay Hong. A sad end to the map.
It was a Call of the Void moment for Jae-Hong. They were safe in the room, and then he's just, what if I go out here? What if I go in? What if I just go into this alleyway with a Genji? It'll be all right, won't it?
My school used to be here, I swear. Oh, God. Old man falls down the stairs like, oh, God.
Press the panic button. We need a first responder.
I can't find my way home. Like he's walking around in random alleys, demented and lost.
Excuse me, sir. I think I used to live around here. Unfortunately, Viper, not willing to help the old man, well, just robs him, leaves him in a ditch.
Absolute disaster. All right, let's mute up. Let's play some words. I'm done with the fantasy. I need some scoreboards from these games.
It's a bottomless hole.
Yeah. How can I get scoreboards? You think if I message Skewed right now, he'll screenshot a scoreboard for me?
Yeah, he's probably got time.
I mean, like, this is an important game. He's in practice range right now. Do you think he'll give me the time of day? Who gets more damage and heal? Wu Yang player or other support player? Is Wu Yang #1 damage heal? Let's see if Skewed in the middle of a match will reply to me while he's in prac range. So important for my fantasy roster. Wu Yang, Skewed says Wu Yang #1 damage. What about heal?
Oh, really?
What about heal? Damage is worth more than heal.
No, they're worth the same. Yeah. It's also buffed slightly this stage as well. So it should be harder to go negative.
Anakiri maybe more healing and Wu Yang more damage, I think. Okay. Thank you. Good luck. I'm watching your game. Would Fixer play Wu Yang? I think so. I think Fixer's a really high value pick, just not in week 1 because there's a bunch of players with doubles. I think my end goal is to wind up with Fixer and Vega.
Kev? Oh, backline.
Yeah, like
Okay.
I think I want, like, if the patch stays the same and Wu Yang isn't Australia. Yeah, I think if the patch stays the same, my end goal is to have Fixer, Kevstar, Vega, Zera, Infected.
Zero.
No, I can't have Infected. I can't have 3 Liquid. I can only have 4 of those 5.
I was considering Infected because I thought there was like he's because he's gonna score well, you know, like best ball in the region.
Yeah.
Balls will never die. They'll get a lot of eliminations, everything like this. Not to open this can of worms again, but yeah, I was really considering it, but it feels like there's just better alternatives.
Yeah, I think all of these players that you mentioned are good. They're just like, you need to play the game to win the game, you know? Like you need to play like the big picture double maxing game in order to actually like do it. All of these like high cost players are like obviously good choices, but you know, you need to like win on budget rebalances and win on doubles. You need to win by like every metric in order to actually come first, not just one.
Yeah. Like first is really hard.
Yeah.
Everything needs to go right for you.
To be honest, I think that maybe if I wasn't like last year constrained by keeping CJ on the roster the entire time and doing the love of the game choices, like I probably could have come like maybe top 2 or top 3, because like whoever came first had like an actual god run the entire time. But like I was looking at like the way that mine was laid out, and like I kept CJ through like suboptimal doubles so that I would keep CJ for the whole stage. Like I said at the start, I'm going to keep Chris for the entire stage, and I kept him. But like, you know, there's some cost to that too.
The finish last year was actually insane because there was a guy, I'm gonna butcher the names, I'm gonna forget him. But there was a guy who was basically in the lead for ages, and then going into the final week, it was like all he needs to do was not shit the bed. And then in the final week, he doesn't actually shit the bed. You know, he still scores like, you know, top whatever 10%. But there's like this generational week. Let me find I can get the names for you. Where is it? Yeah, Wylaw was winning for ages, and then Tilch had like this generational run at the end to tie it up to 946 points each for both of them. So the tiebreaker in that scenario is who had the highest scoring individual game week, and Tilch had the highest scoring individual game week because of his generational run in game week 8, where he scored 193 points in a single week. Like he had just the perfect playoff read, and it swung the entire thing in his favor.
Oh, Enk's game has just dropped some strats. Because of the SSG Vision CAD double games for round 1, I have a whole plan written out that involves a massive Sakura pivot round 3.
Sakura pivot?
Yeah, I mean, does Sakura have a week 3 double that looks winnable? Is that what's going on?
It's happening now.
Because like Sakura's roster is like upper mid table, right? So
they have Ducks Extinction week 3.
Ew.
Oh, getting Zomba for week 3. Ducks Extinction. Oh, Zomba could get us some points there.
Yeah, that's dirty, right? Because like you can unload expensive players that have hard games. So like week 2, you can like pick up some like cheap supports that are going to earn you consistent, and then week 3 you can just like Sakura stack as well. Like you can get not just Zomba, but like, you know, probably a bunch of members of that roster, and then just like 1 week take them for 1 week. You know, it might almost be worth like taking them for 2, depending on who has the fixtures. As well. I think Z and Sakura, are they not different teams? Isn't there a team called Team Z as well?
No, sorry. Z the player I was talking about.
That is Z on Sakura, or did Sakura change support?
Z the player are on Sakura.
Who's on Team Z then?
Team Z is Supernova. It's Hanbei and Cinnabar.
Oh, Skewed's custom gaming game, so I reckon we're going to be ready to rumble pretty soon. Hanbei and Cinnabar
some music.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've still got Grapes, but I think Grapes' internet is fucked, so it's like it's too hard to play. So it will be
auto playing
for all of it. Auto play.
Don't never do that again. Don't do that. This is like that intro that you did. The intro where it sounded like you were having a stroke for the first 10 seconds. Do you know what I'm referring to?
You mean the worst video I've ever made?
Yeah. Fuck.
I had the idea and then I recorded it and I was just like, this is horrendous. So I said it's like the OWTV people.
It was just like so dadcore, you know? Like,
yeah, I said it to the social team of just like, is this the worst thing I've ever made? And they were like, yeah, post it.
It was actually horrifying. It was actually horrifying. Where are my Preds? All right. What do we have? We have Ball v Ball again. Heiser, honestly, completely holding his own against young Dongak. But the DPS line for T1, already they've come alive. Viper's taken down Dart, but Ru Jae-hong has taken down Viper. So no Genjis in play. Still anyone's game here for the first fight.
4v4 point unlocks and Old Ocean get their feet on it first, but Kivitz is trapped in a corner. Easy pickings for Zest. Now low on healing. Old Ocean looks like they're trying to slow it down. Jaehong's having to play a little bit safer as well without his support partner to peel for him. Becky's going to try and poke out Zest, but it very much feels like T1 are just trying to play to survive, but they can't even survive. They conceded a flip and a very late death for Jaehong.
Thanks, Primrose. Thanks, Cam. I mean that in the nicest way possible because that's insane. Old Ocean, they have unfortunately lost the first flip. You see there's a bit of a compositional difference here in the back lines. Vigi over to the Kiri skewed Wu Yang rather than the Ana Wu Yang. And I think this is because Flashpoint, more flanks, more pressure, just harder to survive as the backliners. We saw Kibis go down early last point, and I think this might be a little bit of a trend here. I think that the Kiri might be a better shout for Flashpoint, where things are just a little bit harder to take a power position without getting caught out.
Walking forward now, pulse bombs in play for both Tracers. Zest already onto Heiser. Both balls have actually lost a lot of HP, so a bit of room for everyone to walk forward with now. Heiser gets topped up first and is back in the fight. Donghak's trying to respond, but Heiser, with a bit of an ugly grapple onto point, will take a good chunk of damage for that as Old Ocean try and get their foot through. Donghak with a slam at the choke. Zest going for it now. Pulse bomb on the floor, only 1-for-1 trade. Donghak can convert that kill. Means Kivitz has limited help now too. Heiser's trying to help him out, but Kivitz playing really slow. They're clearing Donghak, but they need to touch for point still. We're into overtime. Donghak has killed Dart. Becky has to go for the next touch. He can get it. They're stalling it out for now. Heiser has the Mindfood if they want to keep going, but they've lost Kivitz and Old Ocean. They're so busy trying to keep their backline alive, they just can't make any progress.
Yeah, I do think that now that we're over to Flashpoint, big open map, we do need to see some adjustments coming out. Kivi's has a mean Kiri on him, so I think that this really isn't a case of not being capable of playing the comp. They're just being a little bit stubborn with their selection. Maybe after Kivi's dumps the Nano Boost, once he gets his minor perk on online, maybe he'll make that swap over to the Kiri. But right now, seems like a real liability, and it's stopping Old Ocean from making any real progress. Ru Jae-hong, he is currently trying to keep himself alive versus the Tidal Blast combo, but Kivi's great peel, Guardian Wave, Kivi's doing so much to pocket, but unfortunately Jae-hong goes down right before the counter. Nano's up. Nano's out onto Dart though. He dashes in, he's chasing Viper. Viper is comically low, and the reset is online. So there's 3 members of T1 alive, but they're off the point. Old Ocean, they might be able to sneak the cap here. Psych.
Minefield on point as well. Donghak's going to clear it, put down a minefield of his own. Heiser's going to respond, clearing a chunk of them. Kitsune Rush coming out as well from Vigilante. Kiv is now making that Kiriko swap we were expecting as well. Still no flip for Old Ocean, but they are stalling this one out. Minefield on the point, and Zest is going to get taken down by Kivitz. Now Tidal Blast from Becky onto the backline. Suzu out, Pulse Bomb stings from downtown from Becky. Vigi goes down. Deflex out from Viper, but he's too low. He has to run away. Becky converts that one beautifully.
Morning, Panda. These Stomp Bomb combos are unreal from Becky every time he hits it, and it is just it's a good look. It's a good look. It costs 2 ultimates. It's not cheap. It's low-key dog shit, but it looks great. It looks great. Dart now with a blade. T1, they've got more ultimates. They've got a blade and a pulse bomb because they don't use the pulse every single time they use the Tidal Blast. That being said, Old Ocean, Dart has been on fire today. I back him in this combo, and Kivi's making the move over to Kiri last fight. That means that now they can fight aggressive. You can see they're trying to catch the rotation. They go for that slam, but they don't actually catch anyone. Ru Jae-hong, the fossil, on the run, but he is so survivable. Kivi's coming online, blade out for Dart. He's on top of Skewed. Skewed shoots himself in the face, but still finds the kill with the help of Dart. 3-for-1 trades, though. Old Ocean, if they can clean up Viper and Donghak late, this could be the last fight.
Heiser arrives now, takes care of him. Donghak is on the run, will live. can set himself up for a touch after this Mega, but T1 are going to have to do it with just the Blade. Heiser's going to have a Minefield to throw on point as well to make this touch even more difficult. You can see they're aware of this ball. They are chasing Donkak all the way back into spawn. They've gotten rid of him, but there's probably a touch on the other side now from Zest. Yeah, Donkak's created the space, and T1 can get a fight out of this.
T1 have another chance at this. They've still got the Blade. The Minefield soon to be online for Dongak as well. You can see Heiser, he spread the mines very widely across the point. That means that it's going to be difficult to counter slam them. That being said, Minesweeper is in full effect as Zest, he's rolling on through. Heiser comes over to the Mega Health Pack, but it's already been stolen. He needs to be very careful. He might be in a spot of bother here. You can see him rolling back across the point. Suzu's out. Now there's a widespread Minefield for Dongak instead, and that's going to zone a lot of Old Ocean off. Kivi's pops the Kitsune Rush on the point, but Heiser, he's got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. He goes down. Blade is pulled by Viper in the room. TP on and a Suzu, but Viper's down. 1-for-1 trade. Flip goes over to T1, but with an even scene, and Ru Jae-hong having a tidal blast. It's a real chance for Old Ocean to take this one. Kivi's receives the tidal blast, but Ru Jae-hong dies. Nobody for Kivi's to actually splash it on, and no, T1, they clutch it out without even needing to use their own.
Really expensive for Old Ocean and all of that as well. The Tidal Blast does not pay off at all. Darts in, looking for a desperate trade. Nothing doing. Now T1, all the tools to actually turn this point in their favor. Tidal Blast probably going to go Zest's way. Vigilante with a Kitsune Rush. And Old Ocean, they need someone to find a miracle here. They've got no ults, only one fight for this point C.
Point C, I mean, really, I really do think that Old Ocean can take this one, but they need these ults online. Insanely aggressive engagement coming out from T1. You can see, Skewed though, he's had to use his Tidal Blast very defensively, and he catches nothing with it. Kivi's will go down, but Old Ocean being so far behind right now, they can actually take down Dark in their own spawn. They're pressuring T1 back to the point with Heiser's flank. He's going to be just fine to roll on through a few times, then get back into the... What? Heiser's going to stay the course on point and feeds it away. This felt like such a win for Old Ocean, but it's been squandered. Now Becky has to use his turn to contest, and it's falling to pieces. No recall for Becky, and an easy cap for T1. Absolutely criminal that Old Ocean have given this one away. Hi, I kill people 18.
Series of mistakes from Old Ocean. First, the latest one, the Heiser one, but the support ult usage before that as well puts them in a hole they can't get out of. And because of these back-to-back mistakes, T1 have just been able to sit there, build up more ultimates. They've still got the Minefield, still got the Kitsune Rush. Use this one to force the opening point. Really a lot of onus on Dart here to try and find something with the Blade. But in this type of matchup, the Blades are so hard to find this consistent value.
I do really feel like the Blade is awkward when the enemy team has support ultimates and Vigilante can TP away. Dark looks to be setting up on the high ground, but he's actually been poked very heavily in the process. Didn't really get the slam that he wanted there. Zest forced to recall as well, and Dark goes and takes down Viper before the fight can even begin. So right now, Pulse out for Zest, catches nothing, does a little bit of AoE damage, but no kills. Again, Old Ocean in a good position at the start. The problem is, they've been doing well at the beginning of many a fight. They squander them later on.
Sam going to come through, and a Minefield from Donkak to follow that one up. Dart is okay for now, deflects that. Later Minefield from Heiser clears a few of those mines as well. Kitsune Rush is traded from both teams. Becky looking to combine onto the backline now. Dart still has his Blade if he can find the opening. Waiting out for Kitsune Rushes now. Old Ocean have the flip bow, so they don't have to rush into anything. Need to keep Dart alive through this. That's both cooldowns used. Donkak is on the chase still as well. Desperate to convert this kill. He can convert it as well. That's no Blade now. And Donkak just getting it done in the neutral. They flipped as well, T1 here. Donkak's taken so much attention. Old Ocean couldn't find a time to pull the trigger. Okay, I mean, I don't know how T1 keep doing it. They keep stealing it away. Every time Old Ocean have that opportunity, it just keeps going back the way of T1. Does the syntax not make no sense on that emote? Shouldn't it be the way that I wrote it? Aren't all the monkey emotes first to call him and then something else? Why is this one breaking the syntax of the monkey emotes? It's confusing me. I can't remember it. I'm too old for this shit. Fix it. Viper pulls the Blade, takes down Ru Jae-hong. Ru Jae-hong is actually going to Woo-Jax him this one. That's going to be a tax for him. So that is an absolute disaster. Tidal Blast deleted for the Fossil, and Old Ocean, they're down to their last coin. One more fight. Dart still has this Blade, but now Skewed Tidal Blast. We saw last time Skewed was in a situation where T1 had a lot of ults just to one of Old Ocean. Skewed actually used the Tidal Blast defensively here, just to try and make sure there's no chance for that Blade to get value. We'll see if he makes the same decision here, or if he just wants to trust Zez to find the trades. Either way, T1 also have a Minefield for point once they get there as well. So Old Ocean, again, all eyes turn to Dart.
All eyes on Dart. He needs to do it again. Suzu down. Unfortunately, Dart's not going to do much of anything. That was a Blajax as well. Becky finds a trade on Skewed. Heiser poops out a couple of mines. It's actually 2 trades here, but the counter slam on the minefield, the counter minefield on the point. This ping pong is going to be incredibly difficult. Oh my god, Donk has been popped. 3 for Becky and more ping pong opportunities. Unfortunately, Becky blinks onto the objective quite early, but he's actually back to his supports. Has Becky gone and done it? What was that, Suzu Kibbies? Come on! Now you can see Becky continually edging the point with this stall. Doesn't even want the overtime wick to go down. Let's start playing Minesweeper. The mines are going to fully expire. Dart shifts on the point. Kivvies has a side angle, but Ru Jae-hong is dead. Fossil down yet again. So many members of T1 are crashing back out onto the point. Skew takes a lot of damage, but Dart is down once more. And despite the absolute heroics of Becky, every recontesting member of Old Ocean, one after the other, has pissed away the opportunity. T1 take a 2-0 lead.
Becky did so well to drag his team back into that. I mean, the assist from Donghack did help, to be fair, but I thought he dragged it back in. It was just another fight, and it just felt... Maybe the story of the whole series so far is that Old Ocean keep finding these good positions, keep finding these opportunities, but then fumbling it once they get in that good position. And, I mean, you can't afford to do that against a team like T1, as they will very much just take that opportunity to come back in.
Yeah, just non-stop fumbles, unfortunately. All right, we'll restart the race. It's not a race. Okay. Keep playing with your words, everybody.
Anyone know any words?
Lots of my chat seem to know words. All I need is some, I just need people to start throwing money at me. It's like, we're in September. And I feel like since September started, the amount of people throwing money at me has gone down, not up. I don't know what happened. Maybe I've tapped the coffers. Thank you for the follow, Commander X Feet. Welcome to the stream. The amount of people, throwing money at me, maybe they just tapped their coffers pre-September, but it feels like nobody's really capitalizing on this discount. Thank you, Skrongle Plongle, for the cent. You're not selling out enough. I am such a sellout. It's insane.
This guy's completely out.
I'm going to be live for the next 12 hours in the spirit of selling out. I'm not even going offline after the games, I've decided. I'm going to be online for the next 12 hours to sell out. Yeah.
Oh, I'm in a rerun into EMEA pre-show, into host, into rerun, into Korea, into rerun, into EMEA NA.
Make sure, you should be careful with that because you're going to hit the 48-hour mark if you do that. And you don't want to hit the 48-hour mark after your host. So, I'm not telling you to go offline after today's stream.
No, I won't.
You won't? It doesn't add up?
It literally doesn't add up, no?
Well...
Or it would be like... It's only if I rerun after NA on Sunday it would.
You're not intending to rerun after NA on Sunday? Wouldn't that be a way better earn day than the 4-hour difference that you can make right now? Because you're going to have a mega host from OWCS?
Yeah.
Today is Saturday. Do the maths on it, I guess. Maybe I'm wrong.
Today is Saturday.
So you're going to be rerunning 12 hours, right?
So my stream is starting now. It's going to run all the way through the rest of today.
I guess 24 hours from now it'll already be the end, right? So you'd only be at 27 hours.
Yeah, so
right? it'll be
24 hours from now plus the additional 12, which will put me about 36.
I see. Yeah, I think the way that maybe I fucked it up with the 48 was maybe I got an Asia host on a Friday, and then I tried to go all the way through.
Yeah,
it was probably
the Saturday host actually makes it really, because then at the end of Sunday night on North America, I imagine I'm just going to be wherever my normal viewership will be around then, because it'll been almost
easily. Fair enough. Calling Kelly, hitting the fat gamble, and throwing Grandpa Soon in my fantasy roster. You know what? Some people, Kelly, are in it to win it. Some people are just in it for the love of the game, and I know where you are, obviously, but yeah.
Thank you, Sager, for the 18 months. Yeah, well, Max, you literally said earlier you have to gamble to win, and sometimes...
Well, sometimes...
If it looks obvious, it wouldn't be a gamble.
I suppose. Donkey. Harrison, thanks for the 67 cents. Thank you very much. Wait.
You're here to tell me...
6-7?
Go on.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't even thinking.
You're here to tell me that Please No Hero Ban wins Stockholm. You're welcome. I feel like have Please No Hero Ban even been winning Japan?
Please no hero banner.
That feels like
no,
the
no,
first step.
please no hero banner insane.
Yeah?
No, please no hero banner. Genuinely, like this isn't just the King of Japan speaking. This is me speaking as an astute observer right now. That team's actually fucking crazy. That team has so many players that are actually like insanely skilled and slept on. Like they have a DPS player that is like regarded as a sim one trick and is actually like insane at everything. Like actually just every player they carry, like every character they play, they're just fucking dominating. So like Kyon is the name of that DPS player. They have like some Korean flex support player that is like an Illari god, like an actual god at Illari, like perma killing. It's like Korean Vega. So Kyon is insane, and then Uyu, the ball player, the one that like everyone was like, oh my god, they have 16 bajillion effective DPI. It's like that person is fucking bonkers, like actually bonkers at ball. Like really insane. Like every time they're playing, they're dominating. So like they have someone that is a hard dominator in all 3 roles. I also have a very small, I have a very small sample size, but they always play RLG, the Torb one trick. But they subbed out RLG for a Mei one trick that has Mei in their name. And then Mei got banned. And that Mei player was so insane at Torb. Like they were killing everyone on Torb. So like I'm of the belief that like RLG is like a sleeper agent on that roster, like quietly terrorizing them. And one day they're gonna wake up and realize that their Mei one trick, much like Kyon, is not a one trick at all and is actually just an incredibly skilled player. Like this is a roster of libters. Like they're all nuts.
Yeah, it's like maybe like Ken on, I forget what they were called at the time. But you're still like, oh, Ken can actually just play everything, and it just makes the team function.
Yeah, I think actually nuts player. That team is full of really good players, to be honest. Like really slept on roster. Like they've already beaten the second place Japan team from last stage.
Who was it? Rejects?
Yeah, they beat the Edison team. They reverse swept them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, they're actually.
Are you telling me?
They're actually good.
Are you telling me the Eddie wasn't steady enough?
I'm telling you that, like, despite the incredible surprise that Edison is playing in Japan, he's actually lost. But no, Edison's team is actually like it's a war crime that Edison doesn't win every game. Like you watch that, and it's like the problem is that they have Kalios as their other import slot. It's like Kalios is just such an incredibly mediocre Korean import. It's like that guy was never good in Overwatch League. And he's like 5 years past his prime when his prime was being shit, Like, Edison is an Overwatch League champion. Like, Edison won an Overwatch League grand final playing every map. Kalios has, like, his best Overwatch League result was probably, like, 17th and a half. Like, that guy is a bum. So, like, they have 4 players that are just getting hard backpacked by Eddie. And Eddie just can't do enough. Like, every single fight, both of Eddie's supports are dead. Every single fight, like it's sad. Genuinely, it's sad.
It's just a form of purgatory for Edison as he tries to escape.
Watch this. This is a Khaled clip, right? I saw this on Twitter today, but I'll watch it again because it's fucked.
I can now.
The Genji guy or the DJ?
Both. He's so fast. He's actually like son of Necros, Saudi Necros. Like,
wow,
he's insane. All right, back to the words. But then, like, we're gonna flicker over to the game as well because I'm pretty sure we're getting into the game. Actually, that was bad.
Like the player cams now.
It's like we'll be an hour. Actually, who am I kidding?
We got the music.
The game music? Nah, sure.
Yeah.
Not. No. Thank you. Fan signs.
Thank you to Googerton as well on YouTube for Max mansplaining to Xavier is so cute. It's Saturday. All right, New Queen Street. I think I know what this means. Old Ocean, despite being 2 maps down, looks like they're going to stick for course. Maybe one they can get away with playing Ana with a little bit more. The Zen ban implies they are planning to protect those heroes as well. T1 Vo seem very happy just to take that backline mirror, keep playing the Ana Wu Yang themselves.
Thanks, Fat Commies. It's a very effective strategy, Fat Commies, but I'm literally scared to say it out loud because of the issues that I had with TOS. And yeah, Bunnykins, I'll think about a play. Oh, I gotta blow my horn.
All right, the horns have sounded and the gates are open. T1 rolling out to mid, and it will be a full Tracer Genji Ball Mirror and a Wu Yang in play once again. Donghack's going to take this left-hand side, run into Dart here as well as he tries to poke him out of that. Donghack setting up for a slam. Dart should know where he is, though. Still gets the slam damage anyway, but not too much follow-up. Just trying to keep him in check. Heiser, on the other hand, he's got more interest in the backline. No, he's not. He's rolled right past him just to go get an angle on the Genji instead. Wants to maybe try and play for a counter slam here. Messes it up a little bit, finds nothing. Now under a lot of pressure, ducks out to get the Mega. And Old Ocean struggling to get around this corner. Heiser's even been slept and naded and forced all the way out. And Donghack gets the kill. Big opening now for T1, but Becky and Dart, they flood in, the backline is gone. Old Ocean right back in this. Zest is trying to trade it out. Kiv is hiding in a corner, Pocket coming through. Zest can't confirm the kill. Becky is coming to help him out. Donghack is low. Viper dives in, he gets one kill, but only one. And Old Ocean win the first fight.
All right, you're going to have to pause. Wait, don't pause yet. Don't pause yet. I'm in danger numbers. 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53. There's no way we're not in sync. It just works. It was always working. We were in sync the whole time. Anyhow, you can see Old Ocean, they've taken the first fight. They're 60% the double support ultimate. Heiser, slow cooking that minefield. I saw a couple of Gargars related to his name, so I have to assume he did something horrific in that first fight, but it doesn't seem to matter. T1, they're vying for card control. Anti-nade splashes onto absolutely nothing. Nice try, kiddies. Backdash from Dart. He took a hell of a beating, but he will survive to tell the tale. Slam from Dark. What are we slamming here, buddy? Donghack gonna slam absolutely nothing. People try to tell me this guy's as good at ball as Chumbin is. Anyhow, Donghack coming back in for the backline again. He slams supports this time around, but it's only one. Again, Dart being forced back. Becky has no recall as well. He will receive that Wu Yang orb, which means that he should be good to stay alive. But ultimately, Old Ocean, they've conceded a lot of space playing for their support ultis. Now they're gonna pop him. Dart gets that nano boost. He's on the case of Viper. He catches him, looking for more. One tap onto Vigi. He's on top of Skewed as well. Good little deep. Like, that's 3 for Dart with the help from Heiser. Dominant performance from the young buck.
Great nano coming out, and Old Ocean with a chance to threaten the cap now as well. They can even set up. You can see Jaehong's already walked quite far forward here, trying to help pocket Becky in. They have that tidal blast ready to go as well. Old Ocean, in many ways, if they can hit him early here, force T1 to either use their ults defensively or not be in a position to use them at all, will be good. But no, it's Zest who goes first. Tidal blast into the backline. Defensive one onto Kivis. Now the stun comes through. It kills Jaehong instead. The backline has fallen. Skew's taking care of Becky on the other side as well. And this is a disaster for Old Ocean.
I mean, it's the story of Old Ocean, really, where they get these incredible situations. Advantage positionally, advantage by way of ults, and it just slips. Here, they've come into the fight with so much to deal with, but they just get nothing done. And you can see T1, they're much better at these fundamentals. The second they win a fight, they're posting meters. Old Ocean did not get nearly enough meterage for the amount of fights that they won, for the amount of time that they were in control. And that's because, even though they're good at fragging, they're missing some of these core fundamentals that T1 are so good at. You can see the side fight right now. Vigilante actually under a hell of a lot of pressure, but the Mega Health Pack has been stolen. Pocket comes through, but look at that. Becky's dead. So is Heiser because the sleep does connect. And T1, look, they're still pushing cart all the while.
Really nice positioning from T1. They have their backline in that safe spot. You can see they have all their cooldowns ready to use defensively as Heiser and everyone bundles in. Zest is even there for the pulse bomb to confirm the kill off the back in that sleep. And now, very quickly, T1 have closed the gap in meterage. They're threatening a cap of their own. Old Ocean, the nano blade from Viper now onto the backline. Looks for it as well. All over him. Gets 2 with that with a bit of help from Donghack. The payload has been stolen a little bit by Heiser. That's going to minimize their progress for now, but they are all coming back. Another sleep, another nade hits. And Old Ocean are going to be forced to reset.
Yeah, with these late trades onto Dart as well, I fear this is going to be an easy checkpoint for T1. Even though the trades have gone back and forth, T1, they've still got enough players alive to just push it through to the keeper. And Becky, Pulse Bomb goes completely wide. He's trying to Pulse Viper off the high ground. Dark is literally dropping mines in the spawn of Old Ocean, and they are going to catch out Ru Jaehong. Vigilante is so far forward. He pushes that right flank. He has the angle already. Dart going for gold, takes down Vigi. He gets the job done. He knows his mandate. He one-tap Skewed. Again, this guy is a disgusting Genji. He's making me feel physically sick. Does anybody have any medicine for this one? Doctor, good doctor, are you in the house? Absolutely dominant. Everyone say hi to Ending Tune. Hi, Ending Tune.
Now, lots of damage onto Donghack as well. Can they finish this kill? Just about. Becky will do it. And Old Ocean, a chance to swing back. They still need to get the checkpoint. They can see Viper close already, actually, if they want to push him. Viper's ended up the other way around. Zest on the backline already, but he misses that pulse bomb and takes a little water orb around the corner. Viper's going to get caught out there, but the trades are good, actually. But can Becky get more? Becky onto the backline, takes down Vigi. They can keep going, but it's going to continue to scrap here as Donghack wants to get out and stall point again.
Vital Blast actually
Blast.
prone out on Zest, but he catches nothing. He did not have the blinks to make that play worthwhile. Old Ocean now, not only have they turned off the close spawns for T1, they're still advantaged in the fight. I think they're still up a man. So they should start pushing the card around the corner, at least forcing T1 to come into closer positions. But they are, once again, playing it a bit safe on the back high ground. Dark takes a turn over on Old Ocean's side of the map, but really it's so crucial that Old Ocean start getting meters on the board. Pressure T1, but instead you can see Kiwi's, he's playing for his life right now, hiding on the back high ground. There's both supports in this corner, but Viper stuck on the low ground a little bit, no deflect. He might even get naded. He goes down to Kiwi's. Oh my days, the throwing arm on this young man is incredible. Kiwi's really is next up, I'm afraid to say. You wouldn't have heard me saying this 6 months ago.
I mean, question marks at the start, you know, as we see Jaehong off his trademark Anna, but Kivis has more than proven his worth on that hero. Now the backline's going to rotate aggressively through this corridor, try and get a bit more space, but Slam onto Dart behind. They're going to have to go group up with him. The sleeper's good onto Donghak. They're going to drop a minefield on him as well. Donghak, he just gets out of it, though. Just a misplay from Old Ocean with the ult, so now T1 have a chance to be right back in it. Nearly a nano of their own, nearly Donghak's minefield.
Old Ocean are seemingly incapable of posting meters when they get an advantage. They can never get it done. Dark slipped up in the backline, but he gets a massive overshield off, and he is giving them the slip. Vital Blast was invested there, but no kills come from it. You can see Viper under pressure again. Nano boost is forced. Rujay Hong, he's going to be counter-nanoed by Kiwi's. Kiwi's is under so much pressure, though, and as a result, I don't think they're going to get anything for this. They're going to throw that nano boost into the abyss. 1-for-1 exchange for Vigi's nano, and Old Ocean just, they can't capitalize on these advantages. It's sad.
Yeah, it's so frustrating, I think, if you're an Old Ocean fan, because they get in all these great positions, and okay, sure, they lose that ult trade at the end, but even before that, they had this big opening. Where was the push? Where was the capitalizing on the space they had? Now Donghak is mining in the spawns again. Kiv is in a lot of trouble. He's hiding between all of them, but here comes Zest to finish the job. Now, stranded out, the rest of Old Ocean still trying to battle on point, stall that one out, but Donghak just will not let them out of spawn, wasting so much time here, and T1 are just gaining meters all the while. Nade onto Heiser too.
Oh no. That's 20-something meters for T1 here after a fight that they won in the middle of the map. Heiser dead, Dart dead. This is where it really gets out of hand. It felt like a situation where Old Ocean, we could call it a comeback. But now, I have no dreams of a comeback. Heiser's actually going to make the swap over to Monkey, thinking maybe I can counter out Viper's impact a little bit, but he's jumped forward early. He's already lost his bubble. He's pretty much already lost his turn. He's actually going to die as well. And this is the death knell. This is the death rattle for Old Ocean. Gone. It's game's gone. Game's gone.
Yeah, just lost it, haven't they? They were right in this series the entire way, as much as it's been 3-0, but now all of a sudden, it looks like we're in a full push. It looks like curtains. It is a blade at spawn. It is a full cap. And what a sad way for that to end in Old Ocean, because, I don't know, I wouldn't go as far as calling it a close 3-0, but all these maps were competitive.
Yeah, I mean, it was incredibly competitive right up until the point that it wasn't. But I mean, that's the difference between T1 and Old Ocean. T1 can actually close it out. Unter, the world's first Mpreg? I doubt it, Derp. I doubt it.
Old Ocean make a mistake, and T1 are stealing 20, 30 meters off it, you know, or stealing the cap or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Old Ocean find an opening, often through a lot of their own good play rather than necessarily T1 mistakes. And then Old Ocean, they don't get the flip. They don't gain any meters from it. And it's just... you can't win Overwatch games like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's just such a huge difference in how much T1 was able to post on the objective for a fight win or for a one-player advantage compared to Old Ocean. Old Ocean, it genuinely felt like they won more fights. They got more kills right up until the end, but they just didn't have the objective play on lock. That's the difference.
Yeah, if you were to able to get fight win percentages for this as well, I reckon it's actually neck and neck, like 52-48 or something.
It's crazy to say Becky and Dart outplayed their counterparts, but then it suddenly becomes so much more believable when you realize that their counterparts are Zest and Viper, you know? Like, I'm in a day one
like,
Zest
I think I buy it as well. Yeah, like... I think Kivis actually had the better of the Ana game as well. I don't think Vigilante played bad by any means, but I think Kivis had more moments.
Kivi's famously a moments player.
Donghak player of the match, probably fair.
I can't believe I've played so much marbles on stream in the past few weeks that I have a rank in this game now.
You have a rank?
Yeah, I have a rank next to my name.
Even when I've been doing like
I'm a globally ranked marble.
Host modules. Oh my god.
Oh god. What a mess. Oh. All right. 180 seconds on the marbles race. An autoplay on the game. I feel like I need to wait for us to fail this game so I can restart it and you can get more engagement that way. Commander X Feet, first time play, welcome. Dr. Suleiman Al Habib and Bunnikins, side by side. Makes sense, really.
Mag is Donghak's father.
Mag is Donghak's father? Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
The word on the street.
That's a 23andMe DNA result, if ever I've seen one. Same company that couldn't, they'd give you back a genetic analysis and you sent in chicken DNA and they'd tell you were from the Middle East. So, it's just not happening. Like, that entire company is just a rort. Send in
really
DNA
nice
with a different number of chromosomes and they lie to you. Like,
it's really nice to have a business model where nobody can check what you say.
Yeah.
Hello, no one going to test it themselves at home. Nice try.
Hello, Unter. How are you today?
2-2.
I'm great. I'll be right back. Enjoy your marbles. Enjoy your words.
What's happened here? Let me go check the home of Overwatch Esports to find out. I'm staying in charge. Where am I going? Oh, is it not today? Oh, yeah, I just need to refresh. There we go. Did Rock won this one now as well? I guess the score's getting inputted right now. Did anyone have eyes on it? What's the read here? Did we see a comp change? Did we see? Not seen a player change. When I was at the start, they were just playing. What do you call it? Just like ball, like very similar to what we're seeing in Korea. Can you tell the Liquipedia devs to turn the site back on? No, only OWTV now. This is our opening. It's true, Mrs. Ramatra, it's true. All the good dentists, and one not so good dentist. They banned Freya to play Pharah on Esperanza. Just winning on the better ball maps, Genji Tracer, I guess. Okay. We did look at the URL ow.tv, but a two character URL is insanely expensive. So it was off the cards immediately. But I'm happy with the name. Is Viper MVP in the end? No way. No way. I feel like, as much as T1 have indeed 3-0'd, it feels like the game tomorrow, which is the T1 Crazy Raccoon game, I think I'm really worried if I'm a T1 fan. I think Crazy Raccoon might smash him, actually. You've been up all night researching your fantasy? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go live early. I'm gonna finalize my roster before EMEA. My plan was to do power rankings into fantasy, but I feel like I need to leave so much time for fantasy because of the bottomless rabbit hole that it is in terms of theory crafting. Hunter's been on it hard already this morning. Yes, we are getting an Alcad interview before the game today. We're just working on getting the final bits ready. It's me and Ziad. Yeah. So that'll be out before the game. The Hitori one will also be out before the game as well. Yeah, Unter's here for the whole weekend as well. So we're actually attached at the hip now, me and Max.
Yeah, we got married a couple of months ago in the UK, actually. I'm not sure if you missed it, but we're very close now.
I was honoured to be the first one to hand you your green card.
Has anyone won the race yet, or is this a real slow-cooked race? Are we 2 games in a career already?
Yes. Yep.
Jesus
Yep.
Christ, so fast. It's
Yeah,
only, it's only
feels-
8:30 p.m., bro. Like, I'm gonna have to play like 6 hours of quick play.
You just gonna slam quick play?
I was gonna play.
I think I'm
right?
gonna go.
Like, it's like quick play, or
Yeah, I was gonna.
what are you gonna do?
Well, I was just gonna rerun for a couple of hours, then come back at like 4 or something, maybe 2 or so hours before the game,
Yeah.
just so I can have lunch and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rerun it all. I think. So I think I'll just try and like do something. I just don't know what that something is, because like fantasy was actually such a beast, really, because fantasy kept me going for like a full hour of like hardcore autistic engagement. You know, like I just yeah. Oh, Pizza Jordan has actually just won the race. Bunnykin's is like a competitor, but it's a path wrought with danger. But yeah, oh no. Yeah, I just don't have a lot of faith. Oh, can we win?
Have a lot of faith.
Oh, I don't have a lot of faith in my ability to shamelessly do the reruns this stage for some reason. So
I see. Okay, I see.
yeah.
8 hours of crafting a perfect fantasy roster. Yeah, like you know what you're missing, Max, is like your autism is capped. You need to enter like a spreadsheet stage.
No, I actually
once you enter a spreadsheet stage.
Inks Game said that he has like a full spreadsheet with like all these adjustments and this, that, the other. And I just asked him in the chat, like, have you been formally diagnosed? Like in a respectful way, like, have you been diagnosed? Because I think if you're in the spreadsheet stage of Overwatch Fantasy, like you're in too deep. You know, you're too far gone. Like,
it's like yesterday when you asked me about the format, and then within like a couple of hours, I'm like, look at this spreadsheet for a second.
yeah, exactly. Like, you know, you're in deep. You're the type of guy that
you asked a throwaway question, and then I was busy for a few hours. You know.
Well, the thing is, Xavier, that's the difference between you and me, right? Like when Overwatch League ended, you started a podcast. A year later, you've got yourself a podcast, a fantasy league website, and a new journalism website for the game. I just sit here playing marbles. Like, there's...
you've become like, I don't know, you know, Artosis.
Okay, Inks Game.
The StarCraft.
Yeah.
The StarCraft caster. If he is very much known as like, I guess like a high intelligence caster, you know, like adds all the color to Tasteless. But if you ever watch his stream, it is just aids upon aids upon aids of layers and shit. I feel like that's the trajectory you're on.
Harrison, where is this picture from? Like, where did you get that? Where is this?
What is it?
The Avril Defector has like a black and white photo of me, and I have like no idea where it's from. Like, where did he get that?
A mugshot?
What the fuck? Where did you pull this from? And then I ask him where did he get it from, and he just replies, Avril no way L, Avril no way R. I'm going headset today. Today's too long to do IEMs all day. I'm gonna die.
I might be undiagnosed. Yeah. There's a guy in streamer Discord I'm in. Yep, we're all diagnosing. Thank you, Askaz, for the 18 months.
It's a video from Twitter. Is this when I'm asking about the... Is this the video on Twitter when I'm asking about what that lizard is? Like, it's so random. Like, I'm out in the sun, so it must be the lizard video. I feel like there's not many videos of me in the real world.
What are the co-streamer giveaways? We've got an SSG skin pack to give away tonight during the SSG game, of course. And then we've got a billion codes to give away at the end of the stream.
Did you get the Fibble hookup?
I got the hookup. Let me make sure to answer it. Open it off stream. Otherwise, tonight's going to be a little bit less underwhelming. So we've got, oh wow. So the things we've got, Season 18 Ultimate Battle Pass, Season 18 Starter Packs, free of nose apiece, 2 Cassidy Mythic Weapon Skins, 2 Reaper mythic weapon skins,
Holy shit,
2 pool party bundles, and 3 SSG team packs as well.
What the fuck? They gave you like a really good bundle. Like they actually give you some
this
really
is
good
actually-
shit.
this is-
Like the mythic skins
like-
are like 40 or 50 bucks, aren't they? Like that's
Yeah.
dude, fuck giving that
So
shit away.
I-
Just sell that shit secondhand for 80%. You know, like you can make a killing today and you don't even have to stream for it. Like, sorry, people gave me nothing today. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to go offline. And then there's just like 10 to 15 listings on some aftermarket website.
Yeah. When are we doing these? Yeah, after OWCS North America tonight. We'll do the classic. We'll do the marbles and the wheel. So if you're looking for a timeout as well, and there might be a timeout with your name on it if you're so lucky.
Can we get one of those choosing beggars that posts about you on Reddit? Like how unfair it is that you get timed out from the stream if you enter the gamble and you get put on the wheel.
Well, if you've ever played like for gambling games or like on gambling websites, this is how they get you. Is you don't just have to do like one thing to win. You have to like spin a wheel to spin a wheel, and what that does to the odds is it completely fucks you. So I think what I've actually just done is
wheel on
invent.
wheel?
Yeah, the wheel on wheel is actually a great way just to make the odds astronomical. Because the first wheel is pretty hard. Because to win a chance to spin the wheel, you have to win the marble. Star Wars, keep your eyes peeled. Mute, mute, mute.
I'm muted, mate. I'm muted.
But yeah, so you have to win the marbles race, which is hard enough. But then you have to spin the wheel as well.
Yeah.
To be fair, there's more prizes than timeouts. Your odds are still good.
I like that though. The marbles into timeout is so good for prolonging shit. Like I should do that, honestly. What's the wheel website?
I can't remember. I can find it for you. GB normally sets it up for me.
I'm gonna start torturing.
It's just called wheelofnames.com.
Wheel of Names. Okay.
Oh,
So-
GB says she'll send it to you.
Thanks, JV. S+ tier moderator, if you even care about my opinion.
Excited for you to do your ranking all the moderators stream.
I mean, I did the.
You did something to do for a few hours, right?
When I rank my viewers, and I
rank
like
your viewers?
I rank my viewers like when I was doing a random Oblivion stream like many months ago, and I think I killed like half of my community's parasocial relationship with me then and there when they realized that I don't recognize their profile pictures.
Wait, Discord profile pictures or like?
Yeah, Discord profile pictures.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was talking to you the other day. You know, it was like someone was recommending someone from the Uncord for a position at OWTV,
So cute.
and I was like, I recognize the name, but I can't match like the name to the person, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. Like, I don't know, I can't remember them in the chat.
Thanks, Juby. Yeah, I mean, for me, it was like I type in my Discord. You know, I engage, I talk to the people that I'm ranking, but I still can't remember their names or their profile pictures. So it was like I killed some friendships. Bracket parasocial on that day. On that topic, does anybody feel like throwing money at me? September, 25 to 30% off.
If you subscribe at tier 3, he'll remember your name.
That's true. I still remember Thy Citrus. Like Thy Citrus, it must have been almost a year ago they gave me a tier 3. They rarely even subscribe to me anymore, but I still remember that name because they were like an S, like tier 3. That's like $25 a month or something. It's insane. Nog friend, be ready for the Dilduck match today? I'll be ready. I'll be there. I'll be there with bells. Are there codes to spin for today? Lots on Xavier's stream later. Homosexual.
To answer Kimmy's question as well, are you going to have player POVs also on OWTV? Yeah, we're going to integrate all of OBS Sojourn stuff as well. So when you're on the match page, any POV that she and her team upload, you also just have a link to that as well. So you can see the stats, go to the thing, everything will be nicely interconnected. It's all on the ever-growing development list.
FPS Payback, thank you very much for the tier 3 sub. Never forgetting that name. Thank you so much, FPS Payback. Anyone else? Anyone else want to be remembered? I have turbo. I don't even have to sub. Cried. Thank you so much.
If you were in your whiteboard era, you would be writing that name on your forehead right now.
I would be. Why would I do it on the forehead? The whole point of the whiteboard era is so that you can bend over and jiggle your ass while you write on the board. So like,
What if you wrote it on the small of your back?
I would be writing it on the board, but I would be dropping the texter and having to bend over and pick it up off the floor. I think is the way that works.
Oh, I've dropped the pen again. Oh, I'm so clumsy.
Thank you very much, Payback. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club, bracket premium edition.
Brackets best friends.
Well, somebody's already won this race. It was Simski.
Thank you, Pennyburf, for the prime. Welcome back.
For some reason I can't select Simski. Maybe Simski won and then their marble died. Because you get blown out and can't be spectated.
Where are we going next? Onside Cheeseburger. There's a chance this is a dogfight.
It's so awesome. That was very awesome, Simski. Wait, I mean, we're watching match of the day right now, right? Like, we're about to have the cheeseburger.
You're probably going to get copyright strikes for that now.
For the
Yeah, it's actually, yeah. Unfortunately, there goes our monetization.
Yeah, it's all right, mate. Like with the state of Craig being incapable of muting that Star Wars thing, monetization was just a pipe dream at this point. And you know, given all week the Twitch revenue has been cooked since a certain Carter fan did a certain something. Carter fan gave away billionaire secrets to everyone, and as a result, my income was forever destroyed. But that's okay. Love of the game and whatnot. Exclamation mark Craig, exclamation mark Blizz Winter. Where's Blizz Winter?
You're welcome, Panda. Yeah, I remembered to do it today. Thank you for the thumbnail as well. If you were watching on YouTube today, you might have seen a brand new thumbnail courtesy of Panda.
Thank you, Panda. Ooh.
Ooh.
Everyone's guessing
All right.
my name.
Your name?
Yeah, like Unter can be spelled out in the words. So like,
with the words?
Yeah, everyone keeps typing my name. It's cooking my head in the chat. Like I try to read the chat and there's just my name over and over and over again.
Fun fact, the latest blog post where Aaron shouts out someone called Rose, and that's me, I'm Rose. Oh, really?
Congratulations, Rose.
Nice.
Keep guessing, folks. And playing too. There's a minute 20 to play in the marbles race. And you know what? Victor of the race? Oh, Farmer versus Kellen. Actually, the matchup to feed families. Did you see Yubi's tweet from yesterday? Was it him saying that in 2 days he was going to tweet their comms, or has he tweeted their comms?
Look at Farmer's pose and just remember this is the guy who held us hostage by rage quitting Esperanza.
Let me show you the pose.
Thank you for the first time, Cheeseburger. Thanks, Zeus.
He's just a kid. Like, he's just a cute little cherub.
This is actually just a cute little Korean. Could never do anything wrong. Just a sweet little guy.
Rage quits match on stage.
As he throws a stapler at your head. He's just a little rascal, isn't he?
Ah! Larrikin. Dude, it's 8 p.m. This is like the fastest day ever. Yesterday was so fast too. We only had a 5 mapper to prolong it. Like 8 p.m. through to 3 a.m. This is so much Overwatch I have to play.
Hard. But that's hard as well. Those are hard hours.
It's just nothing to do hours. Like, it's 6 hours, man. Are we getting a countdown button on Overwatch TV to change from localized time to countdowns?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, that'd be good. Like the countdown button, because the localized time is really useless when opening it on stream because nobody knows what time it is.
It's only localized for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm with you, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Liquipedia is actually down, so I can't even use Overwatch TV to do the countdown. I mean, I can't even use Liquipedia.
Our success is actually unprecedented. We've ended Liquipedia.
You actually hit Liquipedia offline. But yeah, I mean, it's like, it's essentially 9 p.m. now, and I'm not done until, well, I'm not starting EMEA until 3.
You could do China for a bit, I guess.
I guess I could do China, despite my promise. Oh, is that game over yet? The Rock versus CC?
Let's have a peep. I think last I saw it was 3-3. No, oh, sorry, it was 5th map. Junkertown. Let's see if Tommy's got it up. Ooh. Junkertown, Team CC pushed 2 points. Rock have just started their attack.
Let's see.
A DPS for fantasy for 18 or under? Probably has to be Scissors.
I'm the only person that guessed a word. Oh no, Enks.
No way.
Enks snuck in at the very, very end, but was the only person to guess a word. You people are hopeless.
Oh yeah, dip could be a fair shout.
You people have all been smoking that pipe, you know? The little monkey smoking the pipe. That was a really shameful performance. Wow. You people. All right.
What do you mean by that?
Rent. Hence. I'm depressed. I'm sorry for your loss.
It's actually crazy from CC to put Billedang in for all the marbles.
Hmm?
Billedang in for this map 5.
Wait, it's map 5 right now?
Yeah, Rocket nearly reverse sweeping him.
Is there a stream link that I can see here?
I'm just on Tomathan's stream.
Oh, Tomathan's watching? All right, let's steal from Tomathan right now. Hold up, everybody.
It's Tomathan Steele. Yes, we'll be casting SSG's game later as well. With a very special giveaway. If you want some SSG skin packs, it's actually the place to be today. We're giving one away during the SSG game and then 3 more later that night as well at the end of the stream.
Oh my god. Billedang in for map 5, and they don't full cap the map, but Rock have 50 seconds to cap first. And
It's
Jinmu
actually
is
a bloody world.
I mean, Jinmu is playing Echo on first point attack of this map. Like, be so serious
He
right
sure
now.
is. He
Genuinely,
sure is.
how are you going to attack first point Junkertown on Echo? If they just play far away from you, your game is done. Like, you... How could that possibly work in a million
Jimmy
words?
doesn't have an answer for you.
He could literally do better on Pharaoh. Like, he could go play Pharaoh or Sombra or one of his
Just
other heroes
poke,
that he's like,
yeah.
yeah. And Faraway's just dead to nothing.
it's a huge
Oh my
slam.
god.
Oh,
Faraway can't even Suzu himself right. Oh.
Oh. Clutched up.
Billedang? Pause.
he's got flux.
Pineapple's coming back on Sombra. Billedang has flood. They're not even touching.
Kaneki
Kaneki.
goes down.
Okay. Well,
Well, now that they're on second
Actually,
point,
a
Echo's
flux-
playable.
yeah. Yeah, Pineapple's gone Sombra now as well.
I cannot see
mean,
the
honestly,
skip win.
If Billedang just went for the flux there and Kaneki gets for touch, it's really not off the cards.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Now their backline
Billedang
is
just
all
holding on
hammed
to
up.
it. Ivermectin, you won the marbles race. Congratulations. All right. Flux is out. Delisria has killed the
Oh, the
supports.
backline's dead.
The Butter Brothers, 2 in a row. Like,
So should have, but Bellatrix cleaned up.
I mean,
It wasn't a,
to be honest, like,
it
even if
wasn't
they
a Billy
lose
world,
second,
it was a Belly
Yeah,
world.
boom on nothing,
even
boom
if
on
this,
here,
yeah,
Bellatrix
Billy
goes
versus
in.
Belly for all the
Bellatrix for
marbles.
3, and that was Flux to lose.
Keep
Those
bouncing.
are Zarya. I think the Zarya's actually a better pick,
All right. Come on,
to be
Tom.
honest. I don't defend Zarya picks often, but I feel like the Sigma just legit does fucking nothing.
Forgive Faraway. He's got an inappropriately older than him wife. Leave him be. Leave him be. Didn't he change his name from his wife's birth year to just be 2025? He was copping too much flack for having a wife that's like 15 years older than him. Oh, so he had a
wasn't
kid,
it
so he
his kid's
changed from
born?
wife's
Yeah.
birth. Ah, that's
That
wise.
shit falls off.
Yeah.
Wu Yang ult on Zarya.
He has a kid.
Do we really have
Wow.
any bubbles? I guess Bellatrix is dead. Never mind. All good.
Okay, Billedang on Zarya.
Yes, indeed.
Illusion of clutching up. Faraway's had this Kitsune rush for 3 fights in a row. Pineapple's dead on the high ground. It was a full hold world, and suddenly they've just pissed it all away. Billedang's trying to clutch up so desperately. Faraway pops the Kitsune rush on the point. Scrap on the objective. Billedang is now fully torqued
Billedang's
inside
up.
a rush. He's so low. He needs another bubble. He needs a Suzu. He needs a doctor. He's sick. He's traded 1-for-1 with Belisria. Kaneki's dead again on the recontest.
That's
Lengsa
not
is
enough.
killing everything.
Does the most on Wu
Oh.
Yang. Why is he the? Why is
I mean, it's in the balance, right? 2 minutes on third point, really possible still. I just don't know about Bizarre's going to feel really awkward here, I think, on the third point. Kind of need to stay on the high ground and just really not get booped off.
Oh, I don't want
We need our
this.
brothers, need our backline not to be made of butter.
Unfortunately, it's really difficult to convert butter to anything else.
He can't, there's no sort of wine to bread or bread to fish type conversion that can happen.
Come on, mate. We're playing in China. They're not Christians. You can't do bread to fish conversions here. All right.
What's the equivalent?
All right. Team CC, they find the opening pick. They take down Jinmu. Rock. I needed that. We've got Reaper. We've got a dead Reaper. We've got Carp being blocked for Team CC, so if they lose this fight, they get another fight. We've got a $1 donation.
Watching
from
any
Anonymous.
Chinox match without Weibo.
This guy's gonna get grabbed. Yeah, the most obvious
Grab out.
time.
Wait, what did you say?
Oh, but Bellatrix gets a kill while in the grab. They
you gave
trade
a
it though.
link.
Billiton gets traded.
2 for 1. Thank you for the $1,
Oh,
Anonymous.
it's not, yeah. Tidal Blast is out from Flora. I think he should get this kill with it. But actually, Super Rich gets away.
Proposition,
Still another
Hunter?
1 minute left.
What's your proposition? All right, there's like one dodgy fight left, but Super Rich has just died comically late. There's an EMP. Who's even
EMP
touching? Billadang's touching on Orisa. Nano. EMP is
EMP.
out. No kills off the EMP.
Everyone's hit.
Oh, it's so
That's over.
over, CC, bros.
Oh,
Oh,
rocked.
fuck Billadang.
Reverse sweep.
That's all right. You know, to be fair, they always win this. Rock always win the game that doesn't matter, then lose the game that does matter. So there's always
We're on
rockable.
Korea. We're on Korea.
Cheeseburger versus ONSIDE. It's ball time. It's going to be Tracer Genji versus Tracer Reaper, and also Irony leading into the Ana rather than the Kiriko here. So no one's in control of point yet. Faith is going to pivot round with his Reaper here. Can maybe be an awkward map for the Reaper, but we'll see how Dodo gets on trying to get away. But Wu-Chan just opening it up. Knife for downtown, 2 in a row. That's the opening pick. They deal with the ball as well, and this should be the flip going the way of Cheeseburger.
Yeah, Cheeseburger winning the first fight versus Kellen on ball and Knife on Tracer. This is truly going to be a soul-crushing match for poor little Kellen if they can't take this one. I'm going to keep it A with you. Farmer as well closes out onto Irony. ONSIDE really is the retirement home roster destined to disappoint over and over again. This has so many players that have gotten to the top and then immediately had their wings melt off after it. Crushing disappointment. Opener, Kellen, Knife, Irony. Those 4, well and truly the definition of a letdown. Addo, I mean, he's the same, just at a later period in his career. I feel like Addo's so past prime that it's like you can't even rag on the guy anymore. You've just got to respect the fact that he's got the mental fortitude to still be doing this shit. Cheeseburger, 20% and counting as the slam comes out to Farmer. Addo's so low, but he will survive. You can see TP on Irony right now. He's got to be careful. Dodo's going to shift the nade and immediately kill Irony, so already a 1-player advantage for Cheeseburger.
Well, Opener's going to find a trade as well, but more pressure coming through into the backline. Farmer's running through so low. Opener's going to get beamed down. They'll take that kill. They'll go back to point. Make sure the flip doesn't go through. Opt not to chase Kellen into spawn instead. Just turn their attention forward. Now, more pressure. Knife's had his recall forced already. The chase is on actually from Argon. Knife's in all sorts of trouble here. He's just going to die again, and they're all at sea ONSIDE Gaming.
ONSIDE Gaming having a real rough time when it comes to connecting any of these dives. They have Tracer Genji, they've got ball, they can pressure backliners, but unfortunately Wu-Chan is a little bit too slippery, and Faith, he's been playing life very well. Irony playing the Ana, I mean, it's a good pick, but Dodo's done such a good job at TPing on him, constantly forcing him out of the fight. This is ONSIDE's time to shine though. The Nano Boost turn is huge, I'd argue better than the Kitsune Rush turn. Just need Addo to carry. Is that a reasonable ask? Who's to say? Farmer rolls in, but reconsiders Pulse and Tidal. Oh my days. Dashes on a backline. Suzu counters both. And, oh god, at least Knife's taking down Argon.
They got the flip at least ONSIDE Gaming. It cost them almost everything, but they got control of a point, and Dodo has died, so maybe there's still a chance it'll pay off for ONSIDE. Wu-Chan's still trying to play in this angle as Farmer sets up to come in from behind again. It looks like Cheeseburger just going to slow it down for a second as they wait for Dodo. Come to help their backline. Pulse, a dragon
14,
coming through. Blade over the top.
15,
Wait,
16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
We're there.
We're there. Nice.
Blade.
Sorry.
Blade didn't get anything either from ONSIDE Gaming as they throw into that one, and it's a lot of ults to get themselves in control of point, and Knife in all sorts of trouble as he backs out here. Kellen's there to help him out. Cheeseburger have the mines to force for point, and a Dodo Blossom, but the Blossom's going to be pretty tricky to get off in a meaningful way. Dodo might just have to take the opportunity when it presents itself. Mine's on the point from Farmer to start it now. Down to half HP already. Kellen's going to set up a slam to maybe clear some of those. No, just a bit more point pressure coming out. Kellen's going to stall it out down to half HP. Irony's still safely tucked away on his backside. And Cheeseburger really just trying to play through point. Dodo's actually going to kill Knife there as well. Drops the Blossom for it. Opening pick, and they get the flip now. ONSIDE Gaming, they're out of time. Irony misses the sleep. And it's just over, and it's honestly not that close, actually.
I'm sorry, Big Book 12. I must have been distracted or something of the sort. Don't take it as a personal offense. Cheeseburger, they've stolen the flip. They've stolen the kills. Kellen is rolling around trying to get a couple of touches off, but he's rolled out quite early. So now Knife has to tap on, recall. Kellen, good for another round. He's once again playing Rolling Simulator back and forth on the point. He's taking so much damage, but everything is about to come online for ONSIDE Gaming. They're so close to double support ultimate. They're so close to the minefield. Unfortunately, Addo is going to go down trying to ping pong point. Kellen, 96% to mines. Tidal Blast available. It's going to go out onto Kellen. He's looking for a target. He's booped. He catches it on Dodo of all people. The Suzuki comes out a little bit late. Kellen's looking for the mines angle. Pulse from Knives connects onto Wuchan. They're about to C9. They need to keep touching. Mines are out for Kellen on the objective as well. Dodo's very low, and they've secured the flip.
Nano comes through onto opener to keep him alive with a backline as well. Now he's going to pocket Irony as a result too, and Wuchan died just before that Kitsune rush. And look, when it looked like Cheeseburger were about to wrap it up, all of a sudden they come back in, but now double support ult for Cheeseburger and a pulse bomb, nearly even a 5-bank as well. Cheeseburger have all the ults for this retake.
So many ults available right now for Cheeseburger. They just need to pull the trigger. Double support ultimate. They can throw that out onto Dodo or Argon, and it's going to be so hard for ONSIDE to counter it out. There's no Suzu available for them, nor any support ultimates. Kitsune rush into their backline, and you can already see OP's on the run. TP pinch from Dodo, and opener will fall. We need trades for ONSIDE. Cheeseburger have actually invested very heavily, but there are no trades to speak of. They're going to have to win this next turn, 4 versus 5, and Addo is still desperately ping-ponging point. He gets an overhealth transfer from Kellen. Farmer takes a hell of a lot of damage, but there's still no kills. Nade Splash is on point as well. Argon's going to receive the Tidal Blast. He blinks deep. He catches Addo. He catches poor little Dopey OP as well. And with a 2-player lead for Cheeseburger, Blossom on the objective for Dodo. Pulse from Argon. ONSIDE. They've been chomped. 1 bite to win.
Knife with a late trade, but it's 4 for Argon in that final fight, and it just feels like Cheeseburger have more about him in this type of matchup as well. It feels like Argon really getting through a lot of work. Kellen, Addo, Knife. We talked a lot about ONSIDE Gaming, this type of composition, their ability for that front line to sync up and find the same timing. Felt like we had more of the same problems here. And really it feels like the further and further we get through Korea, the more and more we're just in this type of mirror one way or another.
Yeah, it does feel like the ball is an incredibly important pick right now. The teams that have a ball player, especially a successful one, really getting it done over and over again. It feels like when we saw ONSIDE Gaming go up against a lesser team, they were able to carry on their mechanical skill. But you can see they're a bit light on the team play components. I'm very rarely seeing a good dive connect for this side. And now ONSIDE, they're going to pivot. Kellen's over to the Winston instead of the Wrecking Ball. This is perhaps a better map for the Monkey. You know, a little bit tighter, a little bit easier for the Monkey to close the gap. And Kellen instantly going to find that kill with the help of Irony onto Faith. Good opener. Proper support player.
Straight onto that one. Farmer can't get involved in time, making use of this smaller map. The Reaper from Dodo will help out, but because Addo is matching the Reaper, you can see Addo, he'll be playing around Kellen's bubble timing a lot as well, which means it's going to be really difficult for Dodo actually on these swing timings to get that damage onto the Winston that he actually wants. They're going to try and peek around the corner now. Kellen does bubble, not the greatest bubble. They're going to break that one and swing out, and Farmer's killed Irony, so now they can really get going ONSIDE Gaming. TP onto the high ground for Dodo. They can put more pressure onto Kellen. Kellen's going to jump onto that high ground. The point force is coming through. ONSIDE Gaming, they've got no choice but to die on point here.
Oh, ONSIDE so quick to lose it. Suzy Q out from Wuchan as he's just going to scrap it out with Knife, get that late kill. Kellen back in spawn, zapping away. He's 60% of the way to a primal versus Faith. He could take him for a ride, but ultimately, Cheeseburger's comp, it's a little bit difficult to find a good primal rage target. There really is only Faith until the skill exchange has really already broken down. Wuchan fighting side with Argon, just trying to hold the right side of the map, but up on the high ground, there's a hard push coming through for Kellen and the boys.
Space now to work with. Wuchan getting very close to that Kitsune rush, but needs to live first. Liver of HP forced out. Dodo's going to TP back as well. Now Farmer has to go backwards. Cheeseburger getting all of this, but Kellen's so low. He's getting pocketed through it just about. Drop onto point from Addo. They've lost Irony. That means it's going to be hard to top Kellen up as well. And they might just need to slow it down now ONSIDE Gaming. Addo's going to try and TP out for his life. 42 HP. They do force for Wraith, and Kellen has recovered his HP, but Addo's going to die late.
Nice,
this is the worst case scenario now for ONSIDE Gaming. Pulse Bomb's going to find nothing, and ONSIDE, they just have to wait for 5.
It's a slow bleed taking place for ONSIDE Gaming right now. Knife is once again wrapped in mortal combat with Wuchan and Argon both. ONSIDE, they're forcing the point. We've got Kellen once again on the objective. He jumps, he throws down the bubble. There's a Kitsune rush to keep him going. Beat out from Opener as well. Pulse too. Everything in the kitchen sink being thrown in as, of course, Addo throws in the spin. It's a 1-for-1 trade after all of that. Faith is incredibly low. He gets a little bit of an overhealth transfer from Farmer, but it's not enough to save his life. Knife is on the objective. He's Tracer dueling, but he has to be so careful of the mines, which is still online. Kellen jumps point, takes damage from the mines, and has to waste his primal on the back end of this too. Come on, Minjay. Be conservative. We did that.
No conservatism from Kellen. 5 ultimates spent by ONSIDE to get control of that point. Cheeseburger did invest big as well, right? It was everyone used everything, but now Cheeseburger, they only need one fight to retake this one and give themselves the opening map victory. ONSIDE Gaming going to have to do it through the neutral, so all about Kellen's ability to find this jump pack damage, force onto the Kiriko here. You see Wu-Chan walking through the choke now. Kellen has eyes on this, looking for his opening. Wu-Chan trying to poke him out before. Kellen's going to go now, TP away from that damage. Suzu to get away from the Reaper. Wave comes through as well. Full pocket and Wraith. No cooldowns now from Cheeseburger. They have to be a little bit careful, but ONSIDE, they've also used their turn.
ONSIDE have already used their turn, and they've got, I mean, they still have the cap. Cheeseburger still don't have any ultis, but Knife's been headshotted. I think that's his recall forced out. Farmer, round on the coast. God, look at Kellen's health. Even though he cops the Suzu, he will get the back jump. Oh my God, Dodo tries to chase him down, but he can't get it done. Knife actually catches Faith on the back end of this, and it's suddenly looking like ONSIDE, they're in a real good position. There's a little bug above my head, and I need to catch it. Please hold. Cast.
All right, J3. And it's, Kellen there really playing right on the verge of death, but that's what you have to do on Winston on these ones. We always talk about the good Winston players always get out on 1 HP, and Kellen manages to get away with it there. And now as we come up to this big ult turn, it's going to be double support ult for ONSIDE Gaming, and ability to overwhelm Wu-Chan's single Kitsune rush here. Cheeseburger don't have a lot more to throw in, so all of a sudden ONSIDE Gaming good position with these ult situations. Irony's going to TP forward, chance to use the Kitsune rush. Maybe just waiting for Wu-Chan. He's going to send it towards point, actually. Chases that one out, but Cheeseburger are just going to cheat this for free. A complete whiff of a Kitsune rush from Irony.
Irony completely whiffing, but he makes up for it by TPing on and taking down Wu-Chan. Beat is out for Opener. Oh my God! Dopey Opie! He goes flying onto the objective and he bounces through every mine. It's an alternative form of Minesweeper to say the least. Addo with the spin though turns it around. Kellen still has the Primal Rage. Opener, come on now. It does look like ONSIDE Gaming, they are going to be able to clutch this one out. Kellen popping his Primal Rage on full HP to start booping the ball around the point. Once again, this is a play that can potentially lose you the game by giving them a potential advantage later on, but ONSIDE Gaming, they get it done. Absolutely unreal play from Dopey Opie there. Just take the... And Seth Rogen's back.
Fuck.
I can't believe I caught that bug, but I clapped it in a way that killed it. Made it fall to the desk instead of splatting on my hands. I thought I failed. I looked down and it's there. I'm not going to eat the bugs, guys. I'm not going to eat the bugs.
Just eat the bug.
Everyone's
going to replay that opener.
They need to replay the Opener pinball moment. Like, that is awesome.
Yeah, just...
Put him in the freezer and vacuum seal it.
Your own good. Here we go. Get in there, Opie. It's the way he turns around as he's going forward, so he's facing backwards, which is like the exact same trajectory as, you know, when you see like those like dashboard cams of a car crash.
Ah! Yeah, I know. Yeah, sorry.
The exact trajectory Opener had of just, he's lost control. Like the mouse and keyboard have spun out of control.
Well, I guess while we wait, thanks for the cent, Skrongle Plongle. Anyone feel like super hitting some pennies and throwing money at me? Frogger, he came back to 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row, you're going to drop in. You're going to say the line from that Flats TikTok, and then you're going to leave. I click on your chat. This is what Frogger's chat history looks like in my channel, folks. Like, absolutely unreal. Let's get a quick look at this. This is what Frogger's chat history looks like in my channel right now. Just back to back. He came back to life yesterday. He came back to life today. He's obsessed. He's obsessed with the TikTok, and I get it, but I'm afraid to play it because because it has music. But it is a King reference. All right. Looks like we're back in the game, though. Never too late to throw money at me, though. Ataraxiax, thank you for throwing money at Frogger. The rich get richer. Welcome, Jared, to the Parasocial Friends Club. Thank you very much. Troglodyte.
We do a quick...
6, 5, 4, 3.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Thank
Hold.
Holding.
Kellen sticking for Winston here as we go on to downtown. And it's going to be an immediate rollout on this left-hand side to get control of the Mega. Cheeseburger going to roll out more towards the middle. We see Dodo playing close, but he can get cleared by this jump. Wraith out already, and he has to back it up. Wave comes through. Exchange. Now both Wraiths have been forced here, but it looks like Cheeseburger happy to maybe just play a little bit slower, force for point.
I miss the days when you were a monthly subscriber, Frogger. I click on your name and I see you've been previously subscribed for 27 months. Kelsey recently hit 50, and yet here you are, you know, you gave up on me long ago. Anyhow, Irony, he TP's on. He's incredibly low. So much of ONSIDE Gaming trying to rest and reset beneath. They've got that heal bubble from Kellen to keep him going, but Argon is going to catch Irony. Wu-Chan, Suzu's keeping everybody healthy as well. So dicey for them, but ONSIDE, if they can't find a trade quickly, which they will be doomed. It does look like they're okay, though. That trade onto Faith is huge. Now they can pinch from top.
Knife coming in now onto the back line, teaming up with Opener, forcing that TP out. More pressure coming Dodo's way now. Wu-Chen has a much quicker Kitsune rush, but Opener's beat is not far behind. A Farmer's taken 1 billion damage. He'll get chased down by Knife, fighting for it. Another Wraith forced out here. Wu-Chen still doesn't have the Kitsune rush, so it's hard for them to keep this fight going for now. Cheeseburger. Argon tries to take over the touch, but cannot. And Cheeseburger now having to just reset, but Argon's having a hard time, can't get out.
That is huge for ONSIDE Gaming. The fact that they were able to survive for so long without their little Irony, turn the fight, now they're back in control. Massive. Pulse Bomb comes out. Kellen, unfortunately, too close to the sun. Dies licking the window of Cheeseburger's spawn. Absolutely horrible play from him, and now ONSIDE Gaming, they're going to have to try and turn it with a beat. They can go for a beat push right now, but Irony's already had his Suzy Q forced. Beat comes out from Opie, it catches everybody except for Addo. Addo had the spin, so would have liked to see a beat on him. Addo's on the point right now. Knife is dead as well. What a surprise. Knife getting picked. Kitsune rush out from Irony. Flip as well as a Kitsune rush. Horrific scene from ONSIDE Gaming. Everything that could go wrong does go wrong for this team.
Double support ult invested to lose the fight dramatically as well. Now Cheeseburger for Blossom. The Tidal Blast for Mines, all for this retake. Kellen does have the Primal here, but a lot is going to be asked of him as he has to try and go through. Obviously, Dodo's going to be able to do a lot of work to minimize that Primal impact as well. They start with a rotation through the Mega. You see Faith pivoting to the other side. Dive comes in, but a TP is provided by Faith. Dodo's just going to kill Opener on the way in. So much damage onto Kellen as well. Addo's going to respond with a Blossom of himself, but no kills. Irony is dead. Kellen is primaling. He's found one, but Kellen has to do so much more now. Tidal Blast out onto Faith just to try and keep himself alive, but Kellen can do more. A second pick, and he's back on point. He's all over Faith now as well. Faith is 1 HP, trying to run away, but Minjay on the chase kills Faith. Free for Kellen now as he comes back to point, and Kellen's Primal has done it all.
It's another Minjay moment, a certified classic. This guy has got to have some of the best Primal Rage mechanics in the world. The fact that SSG, whoever the SSG coach was, forced this guy to just play Winston for God knows how long. He's had all the time in the world to grind up his mechanics to a level that is literally better than anyone else on the Primal Rages at this stage. Every time he pulls it out, it's a Primal Blade. He's so good at primaling. Minefield comes out from Farmer on the point, and we need to start playing Minesweeper right this second. Otherwise, Cheeseburger are going to be able to leverage the flip. Fortunately, Cheeseburger don't know how the game works, so they're not actually going to touch the point after mining point. Suzu's perfect from Wu-Chan to keep Dodo alive. Now Cheeseburger are touching the point. ONSIDE, they still don't have any ultimates, but Kellen is doing a very good job of controlling this flank. Too many members of Cheeseburger are boxed into a corner.
Trying to fight their way out of it now. They simply
Opener's dead.
Rush, but Opener's just dead. Wu-Chan finds a pick again for a Cheeseburger. Now they can walk out. Irony uses a dink to keep himself safe from that one, but Kellen's been isolated on point. Irony has the Kitsune Rush, but he can't use it now, and Cheeseburger get the point right back.
It's like, how is Opener dead in that scene? There's just nothing happening. Frogger's trying to mind control Opener into the mines on get him active the second it's available. But it's incredibly, Opener doesn't actually throw himself into mines until he drops the beat. But once he has beat online, we will witness greatness. It's 82% for both sides right now, and Irony's just dead on rotation with Kitsune Rush in the final fight. Get your hammers out, ladies and gents. Opener has fallen off the map in this final fight as well. How's that one happen, mate? So that is not an ideal one for ONSIDE Gaming whatsoever. Kellen has to stall with Primal Rage, which means that the Primal Blade is going to be... Argon dies to his own Pulse Bomb as Kellen pops the Primal. He tries to Primal Blade the Reaper off the map. He needs to play live. Kitsune Rush on the objective right now. There's a Suzu available for Kellen, but we're actually going to greed it, keep it going. So Kellen really is doing everything for this team right now. Even when he can't Primal someone off the map, he can still kill the Tracer with her own Pulse. Minjay, classic.
They're right back in it now, ONSIDE Gaming. It all comes down to this final fight. Kitsune Rush to start
Opener has beaten Farm Res Mines.
And a Blossom. 10% for Opener. He needs to get this beat. Wraith has been forced out from Addo. Kitsune Rush on point. They're going to give the flip for it, ONSIDE Gaming. They're desperate for this Opener beat. He's got the beat ready to go.
Wizard.
There are mines on point. Don't do it, Opener. Not again. He avoids the mines and Knife keeps pushing. A defensive Blossom, but a pulse bomb out from Knife shuts that one down. Farmers use the mines. Cheeseburger find nothing with their ult. They have to push out of this corner once again. Argon's trying to force it through. They have to stall it out now. Flip goes through. Argon dies, going for one more touch. He doesn't get it. Farmer doesn't make it this time. And ONSIDE Gaming win the map.
Oh,
It's a Kellen clutch.
it's actually such a Kellen clutch. The fact that,
There were 2 fights there he had to save with Primal.
yeah, but
Like,
every time he
completely out of
primals they
nothing
win, he's
too.
so good for it. He looks so unhappy about it too. He's got dopey Opie. I mean, I was expecting the pinball wizard to get active in that minefield again, just go throwing himself
It's
into it.
deja vu.
Oh, absolute dogfight though. Actually, like next time there's a Winston ban, I feel like a Winston ban is just going to be an instant loss. Like go Atlas ban Monkey. What on earth is this team going to do? Like go Atlas. They keep.
Well, they'll just
Kellen
mirror
in.
ball, won't they?
Yeah, they'll
Yeah,
mirror ball, but they'll lose
yeah.
mirroring ball because Kellen's not that good at ball. Kellen doesn't have that same level on ball. Kellen, when he has a minefield, he puts it on the point, doesn't slam, and doesn't touch the point. You know, like it's going to be doomed. So, oh. Really, like this team needs Lucio, Kiri, Monkey. Like one Kiri ban, one Lucio ban, one Monkey ban. Like this could be a 5 mapper for sure. Like don't even touch the DPS bans. Just ban Monkey, Lucio, Kiri. Like those big 3 will massively hamstring ONSIDE Gaming. But the difference is that what's his name can get subbed in. Attack can get subbed in. Attack probably plays at more than half of the maps. But if Kellen plays any more than map 1 and you have a Monkey ban available, like, that's valuable. Thanks for the 1 cent, 47 Masso.
All right, I'm grabbing a drink. I'll be right back. Maybe I'll grab a sandwich as well.
Oh, I could kill for a sandwich right now, but I have bread. Actually, I could make a sandwich that I don't even have to kill for it. All of the ingredients are right here.
Teach a man to buy a man a sandwich. Teach a man to make a sandwich. Be right back. It's a leftover sandwich from yesterday that I got when I ordered. So I actually have also just bought my sandwich.
Folks, I love when you throw pennies at me, but like I need you to multiply those pennies by like factors of a few hundred and start throwing that at me too, you know? Like cents are great and all, but like hundreds of cents are better still. I've been actually streaming for the love of the game since my goddamn Cardi Cox suspension. Like it's actually had me in the pits on ad revenue. I need you to make up for it. I need you to save this small streamer's day. Fine, here's 98 cents. Class. My tier 3, that's enough. Payback, you're in the clear for the day. Ad's still not fixed? No, not yet, Hardy. Not yet. I'm still in combo. It's like, it's not 0, but it's also like 20% or less of what it was pre. So, I am, unfortunately, fried. Thanks for the cent, Big Book. Knife plays like he still has Dorak to back him up every dive. What an expensive card you got, Kim. I know, right? But that's the thing, like, you give away the secrets of a billionaire, naturally the billionaires are going to come for you, right? Naturally the billionaires will retaliate in some capacity. If you teach people to become billionaires, you will pay the price. It's like what all those conspiracy theorists think, where it's like, you know, somebody has just cured cancer. They say goodbye, you know, they say rest in peace preemptively. Like that was me with the Billionaire Secrets. Thank you for the 100 biddies, your remedy. Thanks for the 6-7 biddies, but it's actually 13 bits. Steven111. Being a billionaire would be so sick, I would spend so much money on gacha games. Yeah. 6-7. Yeah. There you go. Ehei with $5. Now we're cooking with gas. Thank you very much. And it's actually started up a hype train. Thank you very much, Ehei. Big bitteroos. Yeah. Keep shilling, Hardy. Keep shilling. So you want me to open the sheet on stream? Is that correct? Ha! The name of his sheet is DSM-5 Autism Test. His X Games sheet for fantasy is a DSM-5 Autism Test. I love that. Thank you very much. Thanks for the 6-7 biddies, Harrison, which is actually 13. Thanks for the cent. Reesities. Oh, you are well and truly diagnosed, I'm afraid, X Game. Like, this is insanity. Get a look at this. Wow. This is fucked. Alright, let's read this sheet. Like, if you can't win doing this shit, you're cooked, bro. Alright. What is this? What is the scoring system here? Relative. This is somebody's.
Absolute disaster.
DePru, thanks for the 11 months.
Oh, get out of
Bacardi.
Yeah, right, you're right, mate.
Thanks for the 11 months, tier 1 in a row. Appreciate ya. Welcome back to the Parasocial Friends Club. So you told me he was the best Junkrat in the world. Is this true, or was he fucking with me? I think he's definitely top 5. He's actually insane. Your Remedy, thank you for the 70 biddies distributed across individual biddies. Appreciate that. I have to rate the teams. Oh, right. 1,000, 9,069, 420. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know about these. 8, 6, 7. 6, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. Some of these ratings are not like very real. Like, I haven't done much thinking. So what does this mean? I don't want to annoy or disturb you, Unter, but I was wondering what happened with Cardi Fan. He reached into my pocket and he forever prevented me from making money, unfortunately. He had the secrets to be a very wealthy man. I tried to share them with the world and I paid the iron price. Or the silver price, I don't know, or the gold price. I paid in money. I paid in revenue. Anyway, what do we have here? Week 1. Are these like rankings of like who you want to have on your roster? Like, it tells you the doubles, and these numbers are like an overlap between like doubles and rankings. Yeah, so it's like in week 1 you want Nightmare players, in week 2 you want GK players, in week 3 you want GK, Liquid, Dildux, and Extinction players. Is that right? Am I reading this correctly? Do like a scale of 1 to 10 for each team or something? I did it out of 25. Oh, well, that confuses me. I'm very confused. Thanks, Steven. Thank you. What do you mean? What do you mean mismatched as well? Am I stupid? Ghostly, yes, thanks for the 6, 7 biddies. Appreciate ya. And your money. Kellen is still in on map 2, by the way. So this better be an Atlas pick plus a Winston ban. Like, if Team Liquid is a power level of 10 and Extinction is a 1. And I need to rank them from 1 to 10 or 1 to 25. Or it doesn't matter. I guess it's all relative, so it doesn't matter. Masso, thank you very much for the 6, 7 bits. Oh no, that's not 6, 7 bits. That's 20 bits with the caption 6, 7. God, I love your sense, folks. It is September. Does September make bits cheaper or something? What's going on here? Like, why is everyone giving me bits?
I thought it was only for subs.
Yeah, like, why?
Is it like up to 30% off or something?
Come on, folks. 25 to 30% off gift subs. That's what you need to be throwing at me. But thanks for the 6, 7. Harrison, now we're cooking. Thanks for the gift sub to Zombie. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club. Appreciate you, Harrison. Avril, no way left and right, but you know, eventually you won't be able to use that anymore. We'll steal it and put it on 7 TV so we can use it forever. Don't worry.
Get bored. Now, Lucio banned from Cheeseburger. Ball ban in response from ONSIDE Gaming, so it will be a Hazard Mirror all round. Gonna get these Preds closed as well. No manipulating the market. Dodo sticking to the Reaper as well here. Even though Genji very much became his trademark hero previous stage, Reaper now just seem to be Cheeseburger's choice in a lot of these situations. Just a pokey fight on the high ground, trying to soften them up. Genji dash in from Addo, goes through the other side. They're trying to chase him down, deflects on one of those orbs, but Addo doesn't have a follow-up to keep going. You can see, actually, Irony's walked into that one a little bit, so Faith's got some decent poke, but no kills as of yet, and Cheeseburger have the point.
Get out of this.
Sauciel, thanks for the tier 1. Welcome to the Parasocial Brains Club. Kellen's taking a beating on the point. Cheeseburger got the cap. Addo is even going to be caught out by Fate's Guardian Wave. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but you can see Kellen, he hasn't learned a damn thing after 2 stages of Hazard, as he's still tank shooting all the time. Stop shooting the tank, man. Do your job. Unbelievable. Kellen wasting his entire turn shooting the enemy team's Hazard while he blocks, while letting the enemy backline play completely for free up in main. You can see Farmer blocking backline as he's gone a little bit too deep though, so you know, even a broken clock is right twice a day. Kellen looks like he does well by shooting the tank here. Suzu is out, still trading back and forth as Cheeseburger. They've got a Guardian Wave. They can try to hold on to this one. Dodo tries to TP, but Faith does not invest the wave, and that should be, or Tidal Blast rather. And ONSIDE Gaming, they are going to get the cap back.
Cost them 65% before they can do it, so that early flip, a painful one for Cheeseburger. Now, big support ult trade coming up. Kitsune Rush advantage for Irony and all of that as well. Wuchan still needs 17%. So, opportunity to chase. It looks like Cheeseburger might even just slow it down a little bit, get that second ult online before they really commit to this fight.
Frogger, this map is kind of like the Fists of Fury map from Marvel Rival, if that makes sense. That's how you can kind of connect the dots. ONSIDE Gaming, so many ultimates here. Cheeseburger, though, they can retake with the blast combo. Dodo, always juicing in the front line. You can see, again, we're just taking a classic tank trade. 2 tank shooters going at it right now. Irony pops a Kitsune Rush on the high ground. Farmer needs a bailout. Downpour comes out, catches nothing. Tidal Blast now comes out onto Farmer. Suzu's very early, but Kellen, he only gets stunned as he's shifting back, so he's going to be just fine. Opener still has the Tidal Blast available. He can throw that out onto Addo. He will throw it out onto Addo now. Addo dashes his demons, catches absolutely nothing with this blast. Getting old, mate. A little bit long in the tooth as we scrap out on the point, but there's a rush on the point for Cheeseburger. They've got a 1-man advantage. Kellen slashes the Kiri, forces the TP, decides not to use his downpour after that for no particular reason, and ONSIDE Gaming, they have to kite and play for one last turn here.
They have the ults to do it, they have to play it, they have to downpour, but a stick onto Kellen, he's going to die late. Now they have no choice, they might have to commit to this fight. The cap's nearly gone through, they've lost opener as well, and it's falling apart for ONSIDE Gaming. Addo has the blade, but are they even going to go for this?
Look, I think if they go for this, they're dreamers, but you know what? Knife, he blinks on once he gets that first tap. They can do many more contests here. Recall is still available for him. Irony underneath as well. Knife, good for another. He still has the recall. Pops it now. Irony in a lot of trouble as he's pushed. Kellen with the downpour. Downpour's nothing. Now he's on the point, blocking for dear life. TP onto the high ground for Addo. Argon is first of all. Addo is traded 1-for-1. Knife is so low, but Faith, he can bend his shots around walls. ONSIDE Gaming, they're down a man, but they're so close to getting the flip. With the TP off, they could have flipped the cap, but instead, they C9 out of respect. Thank you, Kellen.
Oh, disaster for ONSIDE. They did so well with that stall to get themselves back into this. Even with Addo's blade being shut down, it looked really winnable for them, but slips through to the keeper. And now Cheeseburger with an advantage, a downpour and a Tidal Blast up very soon as well. Expecting this to probably go Argon's way as we get into the next fight.
We're over to the next fight now, and honestly, I feel as if ONSIDE Gaming, they've really given up a huge opportunity by C9ing that point. They spent trying to recontest. Kellen, once again, just tank shooting. This time around, it's going to pay off. It looks like Cheeseburger, they were a bit out of position. They weren't able to capitalize on that. Finally, Kellen starts slashing away at Faith, hitting backliners, cleaning up these kills. ONSIDE, they get to win one for free. Their old bank's growing as well, so that's a good one for them.
I think you maybe need a flicker pause as well.
11, 12,
ever so slightly.
13, 14, 15.
There we go, yeah.
Oh, you want me to flicker?
Yeah, I feel like there's a flicker. I don't know if it's maybe just like Discord ping is the thing that's doing it, yeah.
Downpour?
The downpour from Farmer comes out. Kellen's going to get locked up on that. Tidal Blast defensively to try and pocket him through it, and it will be successful. Kitsune Rush invested as well, and that's both support ults to survive this downpour, so Cheeseburger have a significant advantage in the bank now to come back in with.
That's 2 for ONSIDE Gaming. Really rough fight for them ult-wise. I mean, 2-for-1 trade, really suboptimal. Pulse is out. Suzu is forced as a result. Hype Train concludes. A tear down my cheek, but it can happen. Addo in main, swiping away, just right-clicking. You can see double support ult online for Cheeseburger, but they've actually lost Argon before investing it. Dodo as well, and Cheeseburger, they're just not using their ultimates. They had such a great opportunity, but they just don't use anything. Pulse is out for Knife. Doesn't even need to connect it with Farmer to clean up this kill. And ONSIDE, even though they had a 2-for-1 exchange that's got them nothing, they're still going to win this point because Cheeseburger choose not to invest. I show finance moment, perhaps?
robbery from ONSIDE Gaming to get away with that one. And look at this. They're already up to about 60% on both their support ults again. So if this fight takes a while to start, ONSIDE Gaming might even have the opportunity to mirror here. Missed opportunity for Cheeseburger. Now, coming back in, moving over, it will be onside onto the point first. Downpour in play from Kellen, but needs to try and force some cooldowns out before he can really go for that. You can see Knife lurking underneath here, looking for Wuchan, but Wuchan knows exactly where he is, keeping him at bay for now as Kellen tries to come through this left-hand side onto the high ground, looking for his opportunity. Bit of damage coming through. Wraith has been forced out of it. Addo's going to die early, though. Still no investment. Big pressure onto the backline here. Faith, get in full pocket, comes through. Downpour over the top. Tidal Blast is out onto Farmer to keep him alive through that one. Now dives into the back line, but Faith has died. Wuchan still has the Kitsune rush. It's 4v4, but they're going to be back soon on side. Tidal Blast back. Opener self-cast this one. Trying to connect, but there's a Wraith available. Wuchan comes back out. Kitsune rush now, but Irony's caught up. He's lapped him. He's used this one to mirror as well. Suzu not in time. Dodo's going to be taken down with his own Blossom. Now an opening. Addo with Blade. Player advantage. Won't even need it. And another opportunity missed by Cheeseburger.
In opener, he's 0 for 3 on these Tidal Blasts, having an absolutely horrific run with him. Even when he's self-cast in the middle of everyone, he can't seem to find a target. He throws it out onto players that don't have good vision of the enemy. He's put it on Addo, he's put it on Knife, and both times they've connected with absolutely nothing. That being said, ONSIDE Gaming, they've got the cap. We're 1-1 right now on Atlas, and double DPS ult online for ONSIDE Gaming. No support ultimates for Cheeseburger. Farmer, if he can catch a downpour, immediately, he's actually just going to slash out on the side, force Addo back a little bit. Kellen slashes in, needs to be careful. I mean, what a surprise, he's tank shooting, who would have thought? But really, Cheeseburger, they just need to find an opening, force some shifts out of some squishy targets, and then Farmer can set up that downpour.
Farmer goes in, sets it up, now time a downpour, connects, kills Faith, or Faith kills Opener as a result of this as well. Player advantage, opportunity for Cheeseburger again, but Argon's been quickly traded back. Kellen is low HP underneath. Addo still has the Blade, Knife connects for Pulse Bomb. Farmer's found more trades, they're scrapping this one out, Cheeseburger. Player advantage still for ONSIDE. Knife keeping this point anchored, wants to chase down Farmer as well. No HP, Kellen is there to finish the job as well. They've given him a flip though. Dodo's coming in and stolen that one, so ONSIDE have a bit more work to do. Cheeseburger are going to regroup in main, a late death onto Wuchan. Will allow him to get it back, but is there a recontest here? Dodo's moving for it, but it's hard.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I think the fact that they gave up the flip doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, we're 2-1 now. Farmer, I mean, he actually found a good downpour at the start of the turn, but Cheeseburger, they're really struggling in these mid-fights. Feels like Addo and Knife are really coming online at this point. Kellen's buying a lot of space, but it's the DPS that are really finding these frags. Opener takes down Argon pre-fight as well. Not a good start whatsoever for Cheeseburger. They need to kite back a little bit, play slow. They've got 15 seconds until the point unlocks, so they can definitely afford to take a 5v5. They just need to not get picked here.
Looking for their opportunity. Opener trying to help Knife through this side fight, and just more than help him. Sets up Knife in this kill. Now Wuchan and continuing to try and hold his side, but player advantage, and they can just start forcing the point. ONSIDE Gaming, they don't need to do anything else. They're looking for a contest here, maybe, actually. Going to come back in. Pulse Bomb is out on the floor. Kellen's taking a load of damage. Kitsune Rush is forced as a result. Double support ult available. Defensive Tidal Blast to try and keep Farmer alive. It's not enough, though. Well, Wuchan still has the Kitsune Rush as well, but without their tank, I don't think Cheeseburger can go for any more. Pressure and chase onto the Tracer. Argon gets to a health pack, but he's getting hunted down. Dodo with a trade, but it remains an even trade, so still advantage for ONSIDE.
There is an advantage for ONSIDE right now. I mean, look. Tidal Blast for Opie. Maybe he can make it happen for the first time. Maybe he can throw out that Tidal Blast and actually get something done. But who's to say? Blade for Addo could be massive as well. Wuchan really needs to come in clutch. Kitsune Rush comes out from the back. Opener, is that a Jax? No. It's out on Kellen, the Tidal Blast. I think it's a 0-man again. Kellen's stuck behind enemy lines. Can't even pick up the Mega Health Pack. Addo, 3v5, pulls the Blade. He wants to try and turn it. He finds one, but he needs a lot more. And ONSIDE Gaming, I mean, what a fumble. Pulse Bomb out from Knife as well. They just used 3 ultimates in a losing fight. All the Cheeseburger invested was a Kitsune Rush. That's an insane win for them.
Another big swing for Cheeseburger. They're going to have a downpour Blade coming up in this next fight. I mean, this means they can snowball a couple of these fights here. They just need clean connections with the ults, which really hasn't always been the case for Cheeseburger so far in this series. But another opportunity has presented itself. They're taking the side fight. Wall to get involved in there from Farmer. Knife is behind, though. He's killed Faith. Kellen's on the back line as well. Addo and Knife find both of these, and all of us. It's just falling apart for Cheeseburger.
Oh, Cheeseburger, come on. You had the opportunity. You had the ult advantage. Insane. You know what? I'm low-key bored, so I just pop Blade. Yeah, I mean, it's like it's 3v5. We need to win one fight. I ripped the Blade. He's so bored that he knows he can just win the next turn anyway. Here now, you can see Farmer coming down with the downpour. Argon with a pulse. Dodo with a Blade. All of the tools for Cheeseburger to win. They could have used him in the previous turn too. They get the first touch, but Wu-Chan dead again first. Blade is pulled now by Dodo. He slashes once, twice, 3 times with the dash. Thank God Argon is there to bail him out, but he does not dash to any more targets. The contest is good for Kellen. He's blocking on the point. Once Kellen is forced off, the flip should go through, but Faith is dead. He was closing on a tidal blast. Starting to look like ONSIDE Gaming might be able to close the map here and now unless a pulse bomb comes out. Suzu is missed by Irony. Kellen's half HP, but he will take down Farmer with those bone spurs. Nice little major perk. I read the patch notes. Kitsune rush on the point. Kellen has the downpour. ONSIDE take it 3-1.
2-9. Yeah. It was a little bit like the previous series. You missed opportunities for Cheeseburger here, and that was the big one, right? That was 2 maps down now. Starting to feel like it's getting away from Cheeseburger. Just, I don't know. I think the big one, it has to be that second point where they had that 2 support ult advantage coming back. We just don't see it. And then that downpour at the end from Farmer that we just didn't see. These are the ones that go through. They're going to gather around Faith's PC again for the between match VOD review.
Let's get some words on the screen. Happy weekend on the 6th and 7th, Unter. Yeah, I like if you agree, man. Just, you kids, you gotta go. You all gotta go. Oh, let's mute this up as well. I gotta reply to these.
You know what?
What's up?
Alpha's recommendation of Jollibees. It's good. It's good.
Did you get the sketty?
No, I didn't get the sketty.
What? Dude, we talked about this. You need to get the sketty. It's
No
important.
way.
Oh.
No way. People were telling me it was sweet. Sweet sketty? Grow
Yeah,
up.
try it. Don't knock it until you try it, and you haven't even tried it, man. Like, you're knocking it.
Nope. Nope.
Don't pre-knock it.
Nope. I think I'm getting really close to, I think, the age where I can just start going, yeah, that's it. These are all my beliefs and thoughts. We're sticking it for the rest. Wait, are we live with Big Z?
What's Big Z?
Ziad.
What do you mean? Is he here or?
Are the interviews live?
Ah, right, of course. Oh. Oh, sorry. Shockwave, I just saw you spawned in. I just think, yeah. I think what I actually think. Hit LeBron. Yeah. I just think it's childish. I just think it's like, it's really not productive in any way. And yeah, it doesn't.
What's this?
They're talking about like the Warn stuff on Twitter today.
What's the Warn? I don't follow Warn. Is it
Warn
worth?
It's like I don't.
I
think
know
it's
who
like,
he is.
It's not like
Yeah.
a good discussion for the stream, to be honest. I think
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's like crap.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just not worth. Like, it's just like real
Okay.
like drama that's best to like
If
even
it's-
avoid engaging in the discourse, honestly.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't have to tell me twice to ignore Overwatch streamer drama.
Yeah.
It's not a hard sell for
Yeah.
me. Not worth it at all? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
I mean,
wouldn't go
I don't think
near
there's
that.
been a version of Overwatch streamer drama that has ever been worthwhile. Thank you, Stainless, for the 19 months tier 1. It's a dog-eat-dog world of the Overwatch streamer community. You just have to find a good friend like Max.
I only fist bump my friends, by the way. I feel like XOR, XCL, Zorsal. I thank you really quickly for the sub. So if you're still here, if you haven't refunded because I didn't thank you well enough, welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, sub. Appreciate it. Nice one, Fat Commies. That's 40 cents in the bank. Thoughts on Gibbet? What is that? That's got to be a made-up word.
Gibbet?
Yeah.
Jigger is a word. I learnt that the other day.
Yeah, it's like
I was playing Wordle.
It's like the thing when you pour the drinks, right?
No, I think it was like I actually don't know what it is. You know on Wordle where you're just guessing at words that you hope are a real word and sometimes you get one? And Chigget was one of those. I think it might be like a join of some sort or something.
Can we get a new
Someone
friend in
in
the
chat
chat to revive the tradition? I feel like we never get new friends anymore. It's like I fist bump the camera and nobody even reacts. It's just sad.
What's my Wordle opener? It's cried.
Cried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just a slight smile every time I get to type it in every day.
Mine is boobs.
That's actually such a shit one as well. Just actively making it harder for yourself. Don't tell me to grow up with the boobs guy over here. All right. Over to Esperanza. It's Cheeseburger with an Anaban forcing Kiri for themselves, but ONSIDE Gaming happy to play for Winston, Kiri, Lucio. They've been really keen to get Kennen onto Winston, and we've seen why. Interestingly enough, Farmer's going to start Winston as well, actually, even with the ball available.
It seems like both teams are actually just really keen to square up in this Winston mirror, despite the fact that when the Winston mirror was played, Kellen was absolutely dominating. It wasn't a mirror, it was Winston versus ball. You can even see Addo rolled out on Sombra trying to counter out a ball, but there simply was no ball to play with. Suzu's out for Cheeseburger. Addo's taking a beating up in main, has to TP back. Faith up on this high ground, he's juicing damage, but in comes Minjay with the dive, throws down his bubble. He's actually taking quite a lot of damage, but Farmer, he needs the Guardian Wave and a back jump to keep him healthy. You can see Knife taking a beating also. so, but Virus splashes onto Faith. Opener, not to be outshone, will go down to Argon. So a battle of the main supports right now. You can see Addo hiding in stealth as Faith chases him down. But onside, they have not come out on top of this first exchange. Dodo doing a bit more on the Genji.
Back jump from Kellen now as they just buy a bit more time, regroup. Irony does have Kitsune Rush advantage. If they're pressing tab, they'll be aware of that.
What are you doing?
Is just deleting Knife. Did he not have recall? What's going on, Knife? Can we get a check on this guy? Kellen now, back jumping again, half HP. Irony has the Kitsune Rush, but a player down, it would be an ambitious invest. And you can see Opener is already very split with Addo, so ONSIDE just going to concede more meters.
On ONSIDE, I mean, they've really given up a lot off the back of this. Knife getting traded out, insane. Trying to blink behind, trying to find good space, but just so greedy with it. Bubble out from Farmer early on, though. He has to back jump top. ONSIDE Gaming, they might be able to press this one a little bit as Opie actually catches Dodo. This is huge for ONSIDE Gaming. Now they're 5v4. They've got ultis, but Addo's traded. Pulse is out. No kill conversion, but Irony has the Kitsune Rush on point. Farmer's taking a beating. They might actually be able to kill him through this. Of course not. It's OP. Opener so close to a beat as well. Argon blinking about behind. Knife's on the case. He will find that kill. Kitsune Rush is out for Wu-Chan, but where's the follow-up damage? Irony needs a TP target. Kellen steps forward to give it to him. Kellen now on the corner, looking for a jump. He steps forward. Real stabilization for ONSIDE. They've got lots of ultimates to keep pressing if they want it.
As cooldowns out of Akiriko as well, if Kellen wants to keep going. He's trading bubbles with Farmer on the high ground for now. Farmer does seem to have got the slight better of that engage, but now it means Cheeseburger, they can't be aggressive until their next bubble tournament. ONSIDE, they will walk forward. Primal over the top. Suzu has been forced out. He's got him in the corner. Doing it again, Kellen. He's got him in, but Pocket's there. He can't confirm the kill. He's forced back out, but they will gain meters off this, and Dodo's actually very separated here. Kellen's good for the cleanup.
Unbelievable. That Primal, he has the backline locked up for so long, even though he can't convert the kill because they have so many skills. It blocks the front line. No heals, and that means that when Kellen back jumps, he can find the kill. He bleeds everything out of the backline, and then he kills the front line on the way out the door. A Minjay masterclass as per usual. ONSIDE Gaming, they're going to get the checkpoint here, and crucially, Addo's got an EMP for the next turn. That could really make this one hurt for Cheeseburger if they're not careful.
Need to rely on Wu-Chan to Suzu this one, or if they can find Addo early or an opportunity to go. Addo trying to find his way underneath. His Uncloak is about to run out though, so he will be visible, have to try and set up again. Farmer's all the way behind as on-gaming pivot forward. The blade comes out first from Dodo. Beat is out from Opener, gets that one off. EMP over the top, catches two. They're all so low. 2 kills immediately. Farmer still has the Primal, but 2 players down. They're just going to have to give it up, and Cheeseburger being pushed all the way back now.
Yeah, there it is. That EMP snowball that we were so worried about. Now TP back from Wu-Chan. He will survive. But Knife, you know, he's just going to have a little bit of discipline. He's not going to push in and get himself traded this time around. Wu-Chan coming in on the flank. He pokes Knife back a little bit. Knife's actually taking damage from every which way. But Kellen, he's playing forward. That's 60% to another Primal, Zabby. If we're not careful, we're going to get a double Minjay masterclass. Kitsune Rush out from main. You can see ONSIDE trying to fight within that. Primal Rage comes out for Farmer. Pulse goes wide from Argon. Gets absolutely nothing. OB's down though. Addo as well. And ONSIDE Gaming, they take the 1-for-2 trade. They do not come out on top, but they do have 101 meters on the board now.
Good connection for Dodo with that Tidal Blast. Gets the job done, but they got a long way back. Still over 5 minutes on the clock, though, and Kitsune Rush advantage for the next fight. Kellen has that Primal very soon, though, so an opportunity. If Kellen can get in, maybe force this Kitsune Rush and get out, they'll be pretty happy with that trade overall ONSIDE Gaming. So, once again, eyes over to Kellen.
Yeah,
oh, he got Faith isolated early.
He's blocking both backliners and he has the Primal Rage. I think he might just pull the Rage. He might even not need it. Wu-Chan TP's back to main, but Kellen is once again on the case. Eyes in the back of his head. Card has been pushed to the point that there's no close spawns on for ONSIDE right now, but there are no trades, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. ONSIDE again, back in control. Snowball just keeps on going. Now it's going to be Kitsune Rush only for Cheeseburger. It's going to be very difficult for them to counteract Kellen's Primal Rage here. And Cheeseburger, I mean, I thought this was going to be a more competitive series. Map 1 was an absolute barn burner, but it feels like it slipped through. Kellen's even winning on Hazard.
Problem is, once you barn the burn, there's no barn left to burn. Primal comes out now from Kellen, looking for more. A low HP Faith will be an easy opening for him. Now he's got eyes on the backline, but Kiriko's trying to get away. Don't know if there's a TP target. There is, but awfully low after it. Wu-Chan now turns his attention onto Farmer. Kellen gets the job done again, and ONSIDE Gaming are pushing for the full cap now.
Yeah, I mean, the full push in not much time at all, in all honesty. Thank you very much for the anonymous gift sub to Harris. Welcome, Harris. Love your work with Overwatch TV, and I'm sure I'll love your work with the NHS in a few years as well. Addo in stealth does not have the EMP. You can see Faith in the backline, and Addo's dead. So stealth didn't do much for him. Kellen is touching the spawn door right now, but it looks like Cheeseburger, they bought themselves one more shot at this one. Opener taking a lot of damage as well, but Dodo, I mean, he's, oh my days. Dodo, he's back. Yeah.
He's so back, and they need it right now because Cheeseburger are clinging on to their lives in this series. There's a pulse bomb attempt from Knife in the back, and that finds nothing. Knife is going to try and preserve his life here, but they're looking for him, but I don't think Cheeseburger can find him right now. Instead, they'll turn their attention forward as we get into 2 support ults versus 2 support ults. Eyes on to Faith for who he's going to use this Tidal Blast on. Expectation will be on Argon or Dodo. You can see they're still wary of Knife behind, but they can really just go forward with this Tidal Blast, looking for the opportunity now. Wuchan trying to poke his way in, but Irony wins for long-range duel. That's like Kitsune rush down as well. They go with Blade instead anyway, beat out from Opener. They rotate away from that one, hack onto the Blade. Tidal Blast to keep Dodo alive, but he's low on cooldowns. Can he find a connect? They go in, EMP onto Farmer as he dives in. It hits all of the front line. Addo cleans up one, but Faith has got the angle. He's traded it, but they're also low. The front line is falling, and ONSIDE Gaming going to win the big ult exchange.
They win the big ult clash. Farmer, Wuchan, Argon, they've all got ults for next, but ultimately, Cheeseburger, they need to win fights. They can't just go even with close spawns disabled. They're down 126 meters. It's not quite Avril theory yet. We've still got 6 meters until the result is actually sealed in stone. But Wuchan right now, I mean, he's just going to TP back, heal for Faith and Knife. I mean, he's behind enemy lines at the moment. Argon, Dodo, everyone's actually turning around to peel for Knife. They might be able to take him down here. You can see Dodo's on the chase.
Yeah, Argon's gone forward instead, though, so Knife's been repelled for now. Kitsune Rush trade coming up on point, but Farmer has the Primal Rage to layer into that. Kellen's not far behind. Irony starts. Farmer's going to Primal in exchange, giving Wuchan and Kitsune Rush advantage as the 1-for-1 trade comes through. Opportunity, though, they need Kellen to get this Primal up. Farmer dives in, looking for a little bit more with the tail end. Dodo's going to get hacked, has to try and dash back into a wall, though. But here comes Kellen. Another Primal, eyes on the backline, looking for him, chasing Faith around. Faith trying to give him the jukes. He's given him as well. Can't connect onto that one. Kellen's still looking for it. Farmer's in a corner. He's 1 HP in the air as well. Defensive Kitsune Rush keeps Farmer alive somehow. Cheeseburger, they've weathered the storm. They pushed back, but ONSIDE, they kited well afterwards.
It was an insane turnaround from Cheeseburger, in all honesty. Half of their team at about 20 HP, but they've all managed to get out. Kellen now jumps deep, gets headshotted by the Kiri on the way out the door. Back to full HP. He's got that healing bubble. He's got a couple of supports giving him the business, but end of the day, ONSIDE Gaming, I mean, the next ult layer for them is going to be an EMP or a beat. Suzu's out again. The chase is on once more. Knife pushing forward. Kellen blocking support angle, and that will take down Farmer. Jumps further, forces the TP out, but the cart, it's been stolen away by Dodo. Huge play from the young buck. Kellen
dashes out as well, regroups with his team. If he can live here as well, it's a huge respite for Cheeseburger to get themselves back into this one. Problem is, still an EMP to worry about, still a beat round the corner, but Faith has the Tidal Blast right now. If they can find a connection early, there is a timing for Cheeseburger.
Faith pops the Tidal Blast, slaps it onto Open and takes him down. Opium was close to that beat as well, but still ONSIDE can turn this one. They do still have the EMP. You can see Kellen is resetting towards the Mega. They're going to go for another fight, perhaps resetting even up to the high ground here as Kellen jumps again. Cheeseburger, they're so balled up though, they need to be very careful about this EMP. Dash out from Dodo, he's trying to catch somebody over in the Mega Room. Fight's actually happening up on the high ground right now, and he's going to take the opportunity to steal the cart. Knife hits a pulse bomb, but gets nothing for it. TP or Suzu clears it. EMP on the ground from Addo. It's caught Farmer and Dodo. 20 seconds remain, Xavier. Closing on last fight.
Primal now from Kellen as well. They just want to finish it here and now. The fight really felt like it was a one after that EMP, but he's going to juggle Faith around. Still getting the double pocket though, so actually Faith having a hard time finishing this kill. Irony will help him out at the end. Wuchan now comes out. Dash in from Dodo with this blade forces the Kitsune Rush. Opener still has the beat for this final push. Not a single trade. Farmer desperate. The payload's not even there though. They can't get close to it. And a 3-0 for ONSIDE. What really felt like it could and maybe should have been a much closer series.
Yeah, I thought that this one was going to be a dogfight. And on map 1, it really felt like we were going to be delivered a good game today. But instead, OWCS Korea is going to... They're just going to go and give us the treat of 3 consecutive 3-0s with absolutely no signs of life past the first map for any series. So thanks, Craig, for rigging the schedule for the day to give us absolute maximum time between Korea and EMEA, which means that now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours to kill without going offline.
Craig wants to see the quick play.
Oh, Craig, how am I going to play 5 hours of quick play, man? Like, I might have to learn a whole new thing about Stadium. I might have to play 5 hours of Stadium. Like, I could... Oh, 5 hours is insane, dude. I haven't even been live for 5 hours yet.
Yeah, it's not even close to 5 hours, actually, is it?
Yeah. Kellen gets player of the
Kellen?
match. Viewer roster review? Yeah, I'll do the viewer roster review. This is the same as you asking me to post the private coaching videos, man. Like, it's just slow burn.
Or is this people's fantasy rosters?
Yeah.
Actually,
I made
you
a
know
channel
what?
for people's fantasies.
That will keep you going well. Because
Think so?
it's... Yeah, like... Because what happens is once you start reviewing a couple, everyone piles in, you know, with their rosters as well. So it becomes like... You'll get like a huge... You'll get a backlog very quickly, I reckon.
First time play from I Am Stroogs. Well, I guess if you want me to review your fantasy rosters, you can jump into the Discord. We have a fantasy channel, and I'll just go top to bottom with it, so we can, you know, presumably be here all day, all night, like just the longest haul you've ever seen. First, I'll queue up some words, though. We've got a long night ahead of us. Get a stadium coach. I'll literally have all the slop in the world. But yeah, we'll get a bit of this going. We'll get some marbles going. So some words, some marbles, and so many hours ahead of us. So time to burn, really.
What am I doing now? I think I was going to do something.
You're going to rerun, right? You got a dishwasher? Marbles greater
Oh, no,
than
I think,
words?
you know,
coexist.
I fixed that yesterday. So, you know how I was like, I struggled with it before the stream all morning and then just did a test cycle and all of that.
Yeah.
But I still had to get it back into the hole.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know how sometimes you just come back to a problem after a while? I come back to the problem and it's like, what if I try this? And I tried it like, I don't know how to describe it, but I tried lifting it in a slightly different way.
Yeah.
And just first timed it. I was
Nice.
like, it was so satisfying after all the struggles to just be like, and then still that little bit of regret of like, if you just did this for first time, none of this problem would have existed. You know, you would have just got it out, put it back in.
It's like Dark Souls boss theory, dude. Like, you'll spend 5 hours on a boss dying and dying and dying. You'll give up. You'll come back the next day, 1 shot, 2 shots, something like that. You know, you just one pump it with a fresh mind. You just need fresh eyes on
something
the issue
clicks.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching on YouTube. If you did, by the way, the YouTube stream will, of course, go live again when we start with EMEA and NA, because we're always multi-streaming. But for now, I'll kill the YouTube stream so that we can actually fill the 5-hour break period with real, honest slop. So thanks for watching on YouTube. If you did, see you in about 5 hours. Bang.